Hello and welcome everybody to Sink or Swim 78. I am Genie7, joined by DRF. How are you doing today?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, Genie. I am pumped up from that direct, and it's just been a good time.
Has it really been just a good time? Are you sure good is like a word that can be that can describe the 30 minutes that we just almost 12 hours ago enjoyed?
You know, I'm trying to be a little bit, try to downplay just a little bit. If I'm completely honest, I woke up at like 5:45 for the direct, watched it, and then tried to go to bed, but did not manage to go to bed until like 8:30. So I was like up 2 hours after, just processing everything, and just out of sheer excitement, I could not get myself to go back to sleep. So it definitely was a lot of excitement. I was just trying to downplay it there a little bit. But I mean, yeah, let's be honest. That was hands down, in my opinion, the single best direct that Nintendo has ever put together, because they understood the assignment, they understood the audience, and they nailed almost every single second of that direct.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Very, very few things can be, I honestly can say bad. We have production yelling in our ear about Big Man. Like, can we chill? Big Man gets like every treatment. Big Man is love. Big Man is life. Who is Shrek? Who are any of the other idols? The little Jed used to be the cute thing and everyone's favorite thing in Splatoon. Big Man is where it's at. If you do not believe in Big Man, you do not believe in Splatoon.
I mean, yeah, I'm right there with you. Come on, who does not love Big Man at this point? Big Man is the idol that we all didn't know we needed until just 12 hours ago, and our lives will never be the same again. Only for the better, though.
Like, no other idol after this could ever come close to Big Man. I don't think it's possible. It's just the sheer, we're so used to this cookie cutter formula of two fancy singers and this, that, and the other thing doing their thing. Big Man is where it's at. There's nothing. No matter, not even this tournament. I don't even think we have to. Do we have to still do this tournament, or can we just talk about Big Man?
I mean,
Orghead has said we can just talk about Big Man. So if you would like actual commentary, too bad. We are talking about Big Man.
This is the Big Man podcast from now on, so I hope you all plan on sticking around, as we will be talking simply about Big Man for the next 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So, yes, Big Man.
Big Man. We are waiting currently on, I believe, 2 members to join the room, and then we will have or just 1 person actually. Then we will stop talking about Big Man. That's
for a little bit.
Until next commercial break.
Until the next break. Oh gosh. But I mean, one of the teams is Bigfoot fans, so I mean, you're pretty close there to being Big Man. So you know what? Maybe there's definitely going to probably be a slight bias here from our crowd in the chat. But Sonario as well, definitely a name brand team that a lot of people can get behind. So it's you want Sonario, the name brand, or do you want something that's pretty close to Big Man here?
Yes. Locke actually today, earlier in another tournament that happened earlier in the day, was eliminated by 2 teams that had their names. Both the teams had their names as Big. One was Big P, and the other one was Big Mandom, or Big Man Fandom. But Big Mandom was all that could fit on the stream layout. So, yeah, there was a team called Big Man Fandom.
Yeah. Oh gosh, people are already changing their team names.
Big fan going off over fan on anchovy fan. It was, oh my gosh, it was too much big. And both big teams decided to meet each other in grand finals, so it was big grand finals.
Big fan of both big teams.
Yeah. Yeah, big Yeah, big man.
I mean,
I don't know.
can we also just talk about just the banger that was Deep Cut's debut single there during the showcase of the Splatfest. That was just phenomenal, and I just really love like all the different things that were embraced there. So.
I do love the dance moves. They're very Splatoon-esque. They don't feel forced. They don't feel TikTok-esque. The Macarena's there, so that's always a classic. But yeah, we do have everyone in the lobby, so we will be getting this tournament underway. I'm excited. Round 1, play all 3. Here we go.
Yes. I believe. Oh, go ahead.
Do you have any predictions? Do you think this is going to be a close, good match? Because I'm hoping it is.
I mean, of course, we always hope that we get a good, close match here. Especially in the group stages, because sometimes it's really hard to pick group stage matches, especially TO perspective. You want to get something that's going to be very engaging for everyone here, and I think that the TOs here actually did a pretty solid job with this one. I feel like this one can and should be competitive. A couple of notable names here, and the hope here is that they should match up pretty well, starting with Rainmaker on Manta Maria. I'm gonna hope that this one, we're gonna get a split set early on, and hopefully Game 3 will be decisive.
I definitely think that this game can be tight. I'm excited for Manta to start us off. This is an explosive map. At times, it's a polar opposites map. It can either be a super slow, methodical map, or the map can be over in almost 2 pushes, just due to the fact of how tight the choke points are here and how wide open mid and spawns are.
And taking a look at these compositions here, we do see a very traditional meta comp coming out of bifootjinx fans, where Sonario, they do have a couple of meta staples, but bringing out that custom Hydra as well, definitely a big focal point for their composition from the looks of it, pairing that up with that Soda Slosher as well. And it is going to be Sonario that does get first claim to this Rainmaker, but this thing, we're going to be trying to chase it down from an awkward angle here, going to be able to shut that down for good, and that's going to be 3 down the side of Sonario, so they do get some points up on the board, but Bigfoot, an excellent defensive stop early on.
And then Hydra taking a lock on that Jet quite early on in the retake of mid. Jinx fans are going to have a little bit of trouble now to really start claiming space. Gotta get this Hydra off of this grading, off this mast. It's so difficult. Usually a slow weapon like the Hydra isn't strong on Rainmaker, but the Sonario is showing off how strong it can be.
And we have now 1 down on either side, 2 specials ready on either side as well. So a very, sort of neutral state here. Sonario does have a little bit more control of mid here, and they're hoping to hold on to that. And they are going to pick up this Rainmaker as well as this Hydra. It's able to get 2 nice picks there, and that's going to open up a window of opportunity over on that right cut. But of course, that right cut is just oh so dangerous to sort of take. You need to be certain when you're going to do it. And unfortunately there, they are going to get shut down by Locke. So a little bit of a sigh of relief once again for bifootjinx fans. But the question is, can they allow this reset to happen? And I don't think it's going to happen here.
B gets the drop down. B gets the drop down all the way into the spawn mast of Jinx fans. That's going to be tight because that Rainmaker is in a good spot. That's oftentimes certain maps have certain checkpoints, like quote-unquote checkpoints for Rainmaker, because it's just a moving objective, and that's a strong number for this map. Not a game-winning number, but a strong number, because it is quite difficult to make your way all the way through to drop down, because oftentimes the defenders can shoot you before you land. So that is a strong number from Sonario.
Yeah, I think you put that beautifully there, that this is a potential game-winning number, but, nothing's quite safe. It is pretty difficult here to get that knockout because you kind of need to get that wipe once you do get the drop in order to safely work your way up to that pedestal and deliver the finishing blow. And as we say that, though, bifootjinx now going to find themselves an opportunity here to start putting points up on the board, slowly inching their way towards the street of Sonaria, but a couple of burst bombs here from Sprint is going to find a couple of amazing picks there to shut down that push, and that Rainmaker was shut down in mid. This is going to be a very quick turnaround now for Sonario, as they are going to pick up this Rainmaker and start making their way forward. But it is a little bit slower than I think that they were hoping for here, but nonetheless, the pressure is on for bifootjinx.
That's fine, though. Rainmaker's in a good spot, though. Unfortunately, losing 2 members on the side of Sonario is going to be difficult for them to really have enough reinforcements here to get the push and hold on to the control that they need to have the push extended. But that is still, being able to keep that Rainmaker in that location, that's a great spot to defend. And just every single trade in the side of Sonario is perfect, because that's how they extend the game for longer.
Yeah, every trade for Sonario right now mostly works out in their favor, because they do have this lead that is going to be a little bit tricky for bifootjinx to break through. I mean, they have gotten a couple, well, they have got 1 push off so far, but nothing much beyond that. So Sonario just continuing to find their way for the most part. And with less than a minute to go, bifootjinx slowly starting to run out of time. They're going to have to just work their way through this defensive barrier that Sonario is setting up right now. Try to get behind them, get a couple of picks, open the door, but they can't do that when they're 2 down.
That was beautiful. Oh, Locke's gonna get flanked out. That's gonna be difficult. Not much time left to really get a full grasp of the map and control so that bifootjinx fans can make their way and get a strong, successful push. Because they're scattered. These trades from Sonario are beautiful. Even just these pickoffs by the Slosher, great job stalling all of this pressure coming out of bifootjinx fans.
And time is slowly ticking down. Under 10 seconds to go, and bifootjinx fans need to pick up this Rainmaker, but nobody is near it, as this Soda Slosher going to do everything in their power to prevent the pickup, and is successful in doing so. Sonario going to survive game number 1 and take the early lead in this set.
Yeah, that was, honestly, from Sonario, that was so calculated and coordinated. At first, I was a little worried with taking that leap over the cut with the Rainmaker. They went for it 3 or 4 times before it actually fully worked for them. And I was worried that Jinx fans would be able to take the Rainmaker and just start going the other way. But they never lost enough members for that ever to happen. Hydra able to lock it down in mid. Slosher able to really just cause so much damage, and the rest of the members of Sonario also just winning out trades, winning 1v1s throughout the map. bifootjinx fans had no chance when that after that first strong push from Sonario.
Yeah, it definitely was a little bit difficult. They only got 1 meaningful push going in the entire span of those 5 minutes there. So Sonario did an excellent job of just, getting that early lead and just setting up a fort that bifootjinx fans were not able to ever break through. And now we're going to see if they can maintain that going into game number 2 on Clamblit's Snapper Canal. And this one, the objective definitely a little bit closer to mid. It might be more of an opportunity for bifootjinx fans to get some scoring opportunities, because it definitely can be a little bit tricky to defend this one sometimes.
Yeah, it is a difficult map to get extended pushes on, I find, because of how far away the clams can spawn. Besides the fact of on the the cubby that's over by the leap, by the pillows on both sides, right by the basket, that's a clam spawn, and the next closest clam spawn isn't until mid or off into the side wings. So extended pushes, you really have to have a lot of clam count here. So if any team here can get to a really good, solid early lead and just have a nice, solid lockout defense, it makes it extremely difficult for comebacks to happen here.
Well, with that said, I believe our teams are readied up. So let's go ahead and take a look at game number 2 here. bifootjinx fans looking to respond here in game number 2. Genie, looking at these comps, what are you seeing?
I like the Squiffer. I think it's a unique pick. I want to see Adrian really rail with this, because that's a weapon. When you're feeling it, you can absolutely destroy anybody with that thing. It is so so super skill heavy weapon though. So if you're not feeling it, you're really not providing to your team as much as you need to.
Yeah, and I also noticed the Soda Slosher on the side of Sonario did switch over to the CDS, which is definitely a weapon that we don't get to see as much anymore. But it's a really fun, aggressive weapon nonetheless that could definitely make a pretty big impact when just trying to push through and break the defenses of the opposition and get to that basket. But for now, both these teams trying to get a little bit of map control, get a control of that clam economy, but no, the CDS disconnects.
And that, no clams in the board first minute, this will be, we'll definitely, I know for a fact that we'll be having a remake here. Oh, Adrian. Oh, no! No, man! Caught in 4K with the whiff! The punter has one job. Like, how hard is it to kick the ball into the goal? Oh, well, luckily the Adrian's not in the NFL, because that would have you embedded in history. Oh my gosh, I think we need to put that on Twitter.
Oh, that was just very unfortunate timing. Kraken, our streamer, did an excellent job of catching that one at the perfect time.
Kraken's got that 4K monitor, so that was really caught in 4K. Damn.
Oh man.
Well, I hope Adrian's shots with that Squiffer are better than the clam throws.
Well, you know, from the start of that game, it definitely seemed like that hopefully will be the case when we get back into this replay, get the CDS back into the room. So
that was I can't. That one was too good. Like, when we have a lobby remake, I guess they wanted to speedrun it and really make sure, like, how far can I throw the baskets out? You know what? That might be good, but we have everybody back in the lobby, so we're be getting back into the game now.
They were a couple frames early on that speedrun. Yeah. So gotta restart this one.
Trying to go for the frame perfect max distance shot. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it.
All right. Well, for real this time, let's go ahead and jump into this game. Everyone bringing back exactly what the same compositions here. So a lot of map control going to be starting out here. Everyone on both teams spreading out. You kind of just saw a diagonal line going across the map for both of these teams, trying to establish control of various sections of the map.
Yes, and it's going to be Bermuda there on that junior. It's definitely a more difficult pick due to the fact of its range in this map, because this is such a rangy map, and the bombs, there aren't as strong choke points really in mid to let somebody drop into a bomb, but it's really good for defending. So I'm hoping that they have enough bombs to help defend from that push, but that is one thing that we didn't talk about before.
Yeah, excellent point there. And Sonario, though, right now, starting to find themselves with a little bit more map control here. This Hydra starting to push up just a little bit, inch by inch, slowly following their teammates. And the more that they move up, they're hoping to continue to have a wave of purple just engulf this map. But now that they're losing one of their members, though, it seems like there is going to be a slight retreat, so that bifootjinx fans are now going to start to find a way into the street of Sonario. And with 17 clams in their pockets, this might be the door that bifootjinx is looking for that they didn't even see in that last game.
The door looks to be closed in their face. They lose their two shortest range members quite quickly. Lock here has swapped off of the Jet Sculpture onto the K-shot. That is good, but does throw the ball into enemy ink, finds the Hydra, probably going for the ends up, but won't be able to find the kill or the power clam. So an interesting yeet of the power clam, not able to be saved, and a little bit difficult. And this is going to be time for Sonario to get their slow push. They have that Hydra, who cannot move very fast whatsoever. So their only way that they can get in is the slow push.
Yeah, and they've just been really good about it, though, so far. Very slow and methodical, you know, and they just continue to try to spread their ink through the map slowly, just branching out. And eventually this is going to lead to an open door for them, but they just have to be really patient with it. And they have 23 clamps in their pockets as well. So once that door does present itself, you know this is just going to be an avalanche of a push. But with 2 going down there, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening this time around. But the Hydra able to get a beautiful double there in response to losing 2 of their own teammates. And this is going to keep the pressure up for Sonario, as they are not going to give up an ounce of territory here. And here comes the Hydra scoring the first power climb of the game 3 minutes into this one. 14 clams able to follow up here. But
another power climb.
And there's the power clam.
Cloud sneaking that power climb right under the noses of bifootjinx fans. That was picking up the clams that had been dropped by the Hydra. That was great, even though the Hydra had some more clams being thrown at them. So those being able to just be laying on the ground that Jinx fans didn't pick up, that really helped to extend the push. It got them another entire power clam.
Yeah, it did. I mean, a phenomenal job by Sonario there to keep that basket open just long enough. And as you had said at the start of this game, it's really difficult to have long extended pushes on Snapper Canal. And Sonario, I think, played that as well as they could have there, getting 2 power clams in. And that's going to be 3 down on the side of bifootjinx fans. And this is another opportunity for Sonario. Here comes the power clam, plus the follow-up. 10 clams able to follow up here. And they're piling them in. Adrian trying to make big plays here to stop this one, and 45 remaining. That's actually pretty solid for bifootjinx fans to just put a stop to this. And they're
Adrian! Adrian had 3 to stop the push in a 1v3 scenario, gets a double collat, followed up by another one, helping their team get 1 point away from the lead. Can they get one more clam? One more clam for bifootjinx fans. Super jump coming in. Can they throw it? Lock cannot throw it. The lead is just out of their grasp. 28 seconds left. This is so tight. Adrian with the heroics. But will it be enough? They need to get a clam. 30 clams on the side of Sonario. Can they hold off?
See, and with Sonario, though, they do have 2 power clams in their possession, so bifootjinx fans need to capitalize on this. This is a free echolocator for them, but that's not going to mean anything if they can't build up a power clam in these last 5 seconds, and I think they are just out of time. There's no power clam for them to work with, and this game is in the books. Sonario delivering the finishing blow there by piling in 2 more power clams at the buzzer, and they are going to take this set with 2 games.
It's like, wow. That was intense. Sonario with their slow pushes, all methodical slow pushes, getting their Hydra in position, getting their front lines in position. Able to slow push their way, slowly run away with the lead, get some good power clams in there. But Adrian, coming up after missing that clam in a DC knockout scenario, and coming back in a 4 versus 1 scenario, stalling the Hydra, and sniping 3, followed up by sniping 2 more in a collat, and getting an extra kill to spearhead the push for their team. Unfortunately, bifootjinx fans coming just at 1 point up short in their, or 1 clam short in their push, meaning that they couldn't get another power clam. And unfortunately for them, they have lost the set. But getting this 3rd map after a performance like that, I think is extremely doable.
Yeah, and I think it is worth noting here that even if they managed to get that lead, they would have had to build up a pretty substantial lead, because Sonario came in after the buzzer with 2 power clams plus another 10 and change ready to pile into the basket. So I think Sonario still would have had that one in overtime. But bifootjinx definitely had a much better game there. And as you said, going into game number 3, Splatzone's on the reef. I think they're going to find themselves in a better position with each game here. So hopefully this is the one that they can deliver on and, help them out here with, getting that game win and a little bit of more confidence going through the rest of this tournament.
One thing we need to point out right in the opening thing that I need to say as a Spotling player, if the Hydra on Sonario gets locked up on mid, on that bridge, in the first fight, and stays alive for 30 seconds, Sonario is going to have a massive lead. An absolutely astronomical lead. If you get a Hydra that can sit on top mid on this on that bridge, the amount of damage it does, and the amount of firepower that it has, I'm terrified for Jinx fans. Absolutely terrified for them.
Well, it looks like Jinx fans are going to be collapsing onto this zone pretty early. They were kind of just grouped together and made a straight line for those zones, but they aren't able to cap them here as Sonario establishes a little bit more map control and before collapsing on these zones right now, and that's going to give them first control here. And with 2 down on either side, Sonario actually finds themselves in a still pretty advantageous position as this Hydra is now going to be forced to back up, but they still have a solid grip of both of these zones despite how the numbers look right now.
Bridge controls inside of Sonario. See how this Hydra can just go back up, go back, and then retreat to lamp. Go up to lamps, retreat to bridge. It's so disgusting. It can take away. It forces all of Jinx fans into car. They literally have to get in their car to get in the zone.
Oh man, yeah, this is playing out exactly as you had said, Genie. They're already at 40 points remaining, and bifootjinx fans just have not had an answer so far this game, and it is slowly getting out of reach for them. They're gonna have to take down this Hydra and finally able to do so, but it takes 2 people to do so. And look, now it's only just the Junior. The Junior gonna have to paint both these zones by themselves. They're gonna have to try to take out the Soda Slosher as well, but no, they are gonna go down, and this one should go in favor of Sonario. And that is the sweep.
That was dominant. You killed the Hydra once, but you killed the Hydra with 20 ticks left, and who did you have left to paint the zone? Yes, you had a Junior, but it was a 3v1. Junior didn't know if it could go Battle Junior mode or go for zone. They panicked, went to zone. There was no scenario that bifootjinx fans really had there. They were up against the wall.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, Sonario just dominating that one after a closely contested first 2 games. They definitely said, we are not messing around anymore. Let us show you what we are really made of, and shutting that one out from start to finish. A beautiful sweep there by Sonario. And I mean, wow. I'm speechless after that 3rd game.
Yeah, that 3rd game, the other ones were tight. The other games were really tight. Especially the second one. The second one was one singular clam. But that 3rd one was Reef any percent, by the way?
True. So it really was a speed run there by Sonario on this last game. So,
yeah. Alright, we will actually be staying here and not going to break. So anyway, a speed run. Speaking of speed runs that I'm excited about is speed run in a speed run category, probably in a subcategory. Which I want to go for probably on like the first week is speedrun percent to see Big Man. Like in Odyssey there's a speedrun like called nipple percent where you speedrun to get Mario to wear his boxers and take his shirt off. That's a speedrun. I'm gonna speedrun getting like people want to like, speedrun the first level, blindfold the first level, or like speedrun the game, speedrun the X rank. I'm speedrunning the Big Man. And nobody's gonna stop me.
Oh gosh, okay, and I'm already looking at Tsunami. Tsunami with Team Big Man on the roster. So, welcome back, everybody, to the Big Man podcast.
Shiver my new religion. I don't know about this set. I can't, because we can't like cause idol drama. Big Man has descended from an idol. Is now a god. Like, Great Zapfish is below Big Man. Great Zapfish, no more. Big Man's my new friend.
Yeah, it looks like the idol wars have already started, and we are gonna have somewhat of a settlement here in round number 2 with Team Big Man on Tsunami and Shiver, my new religion, being the entire team. So,
that sucks. Yeah.
Splatfest has come early.
Rock, paper, scissors is such a unique thing because, like, originally it's like, yeah, you couldn't be able to do that, but now we have 3 teams. Sheesh, it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited to like see what the 2 teams have like when like 4v2v2. Like if you partner up with a duo. But yeah, speaking of Splatoon 3, Inkling Art Academy is gonna be there, and Tower Control is also confirmed. So This map mode will be there. Will it have some changes? More than likely, it won't be a carbon copy, cut and paste. I don't think any map in the history of Splatoon has been a carbon copy, cut and paste.
Yeah.
There's always been some little... Wait, what map?
My apologies. But this entire set is, I guess you could say, a Splatoon 3 preview. All 3 of these maps are going to be in Splatoon 3.
Yo, that's true. Oh yeah, because these are like favorite maps. I do have to think that they are Macomart, Sturgeon, and Inkblot are quite good. I want to see how they transition into the next game, because people loved Moray in the first game. People don't understand how much everyone loved Walleye Warehouse. Walleye Warehouse was like Macomart of Splatoon 1. But they dropped everyone hates them in Splatoon 2 at times. So I hope that these maps don't have that same claim to fame in Splatoon 2 and then die in Splatoon 3 and everyone wants them to burn. So let's enjoy them while they're still glorious in the glory days.
All right, well, taking a look at what these teams have to offer here, I do see a beautiful Tri-Slosher there coming out of Shiver, my new religion, from Spets. So, Tri-Slosher, my beloved, last time that we will be seeing you green before you transition to your fabulous new blue color there. But also seeing a Carbon Deco on the side of Tsunami. Definitely not a super traditional pick there, but I love it here on Inkblot because it works so well on those ledges, and you're able to get a lot of different picks if you're just able to get just a little bit of map control in mid and bring a little bit of pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, Shiver, my new religion, is really storming it down here. Burning through that first checkpoint. How far can they get in the second checkpoint, though? Second checkpoints can win you, and they can lose you games. That armor saving the lives of some of the members of Shiver, my new religion, but they have not been able to get any more control of that tower, with the Nautilus of Tsunami pushing the members back.
Yeah, and a good stop there from Tsunami as they were able to prevent the second checkpoint from falling. I think that's an absolute, big key moment there for them, because if you let that second checkpoint fall, that's where things already get really shaky just within the first minute here. And with 3 down on the side of Shiver, Tsunami's going to get this first checkpoint for free, and they should approach the second checkpoint relatively uncontested. The question is, are they going to be able to get the lead here?
It's going to be tight. It's going to be so tight. Tsunami losing their Nautilus, so that's hard, because that's your spearhead. That's a lot of your damage, and the Carbon doesn't really have enough room to work. But the members of Shiver just kind of fell into a trap. Just ends up remaining. Gets 2, though. That's a lot of damage done. That really just absolutely hero played that for Shiver.
Yeah, but Tsunami still maintaining control of this tower, pushing it forward just millimeter by millimeter. They're not going to get the lead once again. They're going to go ahead and let this tower start to reel back. They're going to try to hold onto this control of mid and get a couple of picks to restart this push. Getting that Neo Splashdown is going to be an excellent start there, but they do have a couple of other members of Shiver coming in from a few different fronts that they're going to have to shut down as well, and they're not going to be able to continue this push until they get a few more picks here, but the numbers just keep evening up, and Tsunami just continuing to have to back up here.
Tsunami's backed up all the way in their spawn. Now it's just the Carbon who's really able to defend anything, but Nero is going to be popping his bomb rush to get the space of that glass and that tree. It's going to be close. Shiver should be able to get to the checkpoint. I don't know how far they will be able to get through this checkpoint, but they have at least gotten to it now.
Yeah, and 55 remaining, just adding onto that lead ever so slightly, but with 2 members down on the side of Shiver, make it a 1v1 now, and this one's going to be a huge 1v1, and Keon is going to win that, keeping this game alive for Tsunami. If they did not win that, that was going to be the second checkpoint falling most certainly for Shiver. So a huge victory there. The battle is won, but the war is not yet over. Tsunami still playing from behind, but now they have a little bit of leverage here. A fair amount of map control in mid, and specials being popped as well, but they need to push this up to the second checkpoint.
Come on, big man, big man, big man. Oh wait, this isn't the real big man though. Big man just going in. How is nobody? How is Big Man not been able to find anyone? Finally gets an assist, but gets taken way away from the fight. Now Tsunami, they do have all their members, but they haven't really gotten too much damage on this checkpoint. They should be able to get the checkpoint and lead because it was barely touched by Shiver. A box is trying to look for some picks here under the tower. The checkpoint has fallen. Tsunami they've gotten what they have come for. That checkpoint is huge, and they're just going to be retreating to mid. I believe that is a smart decision, because they can hold on to mid. They can at least get defend mid and then defend the checkpoint. They'll have 2 solid defenses, and they only have to do it for 20 seconds.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that sentiment there, that it was excellent job to break through that second checkpoint and then back up. You didn't need to force anything, and now they find themselves in a pretty even situation here. 10 seconds to go, and all of the pressure is on Shiver to get a couple of picks and get on that tower. But the question is, are they going to be able to get on the tower in time? Okay, yes, they do. So we will see an overtime push here. They're going to slowly start inching this one forward. The suction bomb rush coming out of Nero as they now start to approach the second checkpoint. That carbon deco is going to fall, and that's going to give Shiver a slight numbers advantage. They find the second pick, they find the third pick. It's down to the NSAP to get the stop here, but they are not going to do it in time. The second checkpoint's going to fall, and that is going to be the lead for Shiver as they come from behind in overtime to secure the game 1 victory.
Beautiful overtime coordinated push. Each member not going super aggressive, taking the space that they needed, and working together. Nobody was too far apart from each other. As Spets, that was a good slosher game there. But just methodical in their way. They went swift because it was an overtime and they didn't want to let Tsunami have too much space, but nobody overextended. Nobody panicked. Everyone did their job. It felt like they had that map well practiced, and it was really, really beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and, we were getting a little bit nervous that they wouldn't even be able to get on the tower in the first place, but they did it, and it was, like you said, a well-coordinated push. They managed to find the exact picks they needed, started to get Tsunami to stagger in overtime, and when that happens, especially at the end of a game, you start to realize, oh, we have this in the bag. We just need to keep this up just a little bit longer to get that lead, and that's precisely what they did.
Yeah. But one other thing I wanted to add onto that last game was Tsunami. They gave up the checkpoint. They got the second checkpoint and then left it. Went back to mid. They didn't defend mid very well. They let Shiver get tower for free without losing any members, and only decided to defend right in front of the checkpoint. So they only gave themselves 1 opportunity to defend instead of giving themselves 2. But besides that, we're going to be heading into Rainmaker Sturgeon. Much faster paced mode than tower control. This could be over quick.
Well, faster pace at least for Splatoon 2.
I really am so interested for that, but that's a story for next break.
Yes, and we do see that we are going to get Team Big Man responding with a tri-slosher of their own, but otherwise, compositions seem to be largely the same. A couple of shifts here, but a lot of mirror matches actually occurring here.
A lot of mirror matches, except for the fact that we have we have 2 shooters with a burst bomb. The shortest range shooter with a burst bomb, and the longest range shooter with a burst bomb.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good factoid there. So it's gonna be which of these burst bomb weapons is gonna come in handy. As Shiver's gonna pick up this Rainmaker pretty quickly, not gonna find it going anywhere, and they're gonna pay the price for that pretty quickly. Because Tsunami now gonna try to pick this one up and respond right away, but it's gonna be Spets with a huge double. Not gonna be able to find a triple though. So a very quick back and forth here early on, but neither team getting any significant advantage early on.
Gray coming up nice with that double at the end to really slow down Shiver so they can't get too aggressive. I do have to say that the leads being 87 and 90, that's if those win the game, I will give 5 subs. I'll give 5 subs. Yeah, I'm saying it right here, right now. So
I don't think you got to worry about that one.
I don't think I have to worry about it either.
Got plenty of game left to be played. But as of course we say that as Shiver does get shut down there. And this is just an absolute bloodbath right now as both these teams getting picks left and right. I mean, we already see the Nautilus on the side of Tsunami with 7 KA and a couple of teammates at 5 KA apiece here on both sides. Like, I mean, this was a team deathmatch.
The 1 point, we're 2 minutes in. We haven't even gotten to the 80, like, past the 80s. What is this? This map is supposed to be so much faster than that. We usually get pushed in the 50s and the 30s. The 20s usually win you the game here. But 80s? Oh, finally, somebody's up to the 60s.
Yeah, an excellent push there from Shiver to finally get some more meaningful points on the board, bringing it all the way to the Sponge. But, you know, the Sponge isn't typically what's going to, you know, win you games here. You need to be able to use that Sponge to get up onto that plat, and that's when we're talking about, you know, a possible game-winning score. But now Tsunami's going to try to open up a path for themselves as well, and a nice flank there from Shiver to shut this one down. This continues to just be kill for kill on both sides. Wow, my goodness.
Ooh, this Knot is going out for blood right now. Just really going aggressively for it. Wants to try and take out that Stingray. Does miss the shot, hits it in the end, but Gray is able to trade it out. But I think that's a favorable advantage for Shiver due to the fact that they got all the way to 49. That is a better push. Not a great push, but a better push.
Yeah, and at the pace that this game is going, that might just hold. But as Shiver does get wiped there, Tsunami bringing this back to mid, trying to get control of this left side of the map. If they can push it up that way with these 2 kills here, that could be the lead if they try to just jump into the pit to secure the lead. But the Bomb Rush is going to try to stop this one. No, it's not going to be any good, but it's going to be, I believe that, it was the Bomb Rush that does actually get that pick there. And that was right in the nick of time. And now Shiver is going to be breathing a sigh of relief here as they maintain control of this lead. And now they are pushing back on Tsunami.
Nero coming up with the hero plays there, showing off which shooter with the burst bomb is superior in that scenario. Definitely thought you're like, Splash doesn't have enough range. Psych! Burst bomb, or the suction bomb rush, able to stall it with the help of the burst bomb, giving them enough time for the rest of their teammates to also storm around the members of Tsunami. But Tsunami, they're ready to go on this next attack.
Yeah, and the Team Big Man able to get a beautiful double there, as I think that might have been a triple for Team Big Man. And now this is going to be possibly the lead here. There it is, following the wipe on Shiver. This is going to keep going all the way to 10 points remaining, 30 seconds to play. A huge play there by Tsunami to get the lead with 30 seconds to go.
That is a back-breaking push. Wait, the shark! Big Man! Big Man coming up with the clutches in the very end. That's going to stall even more time. Gets a jump out, has so very close to that armor. That was a clutch jump. Big Man going off with this 18K at the moment. Looking to make it 20, looking to send their team in this crucial and deciding game 3. But have to survive this overtime.
Team Big Man with 19K! No, they do go down, but they are gonna hold on for the victory. Team Big Man with probably the most clutch final minute in a Sturgeon Rainmaker game that I have seen. I think they must have gone about 10K there in the last minute to minute and a half to bring them all the way up to 20K.
Big Man. Big Man. Yo, Big Man should be able to fly. If you chose Big Man for, or was it Big Man's chose Scissors, right? Yeah. If you chose Scissors, you shouldn't be able to fall off the map. You should have invincibility for 30 seconds off spawn. That's just because Big Man is the best. Best idol.
Wow.
Big bite.
I mean, yeah, already doing a lot of justice here to Big Man's name. But I also do want to give a lot of credit to their teammate Gray for putting up 19K with the Nautilus as well. They really delivered a 1-2 punch for Tsunami. And that was just part of that big push there in the closing minute of that game. And, I mean, they decided to pop off at just the right time.
Absolutely crucial. This This is gonna be a tight combat map because this map is so tight. These dueling tri-sloshers will be so awesome to watch. I want to see this dueling Nautilus. I want to see. I don't know if I want to see the jetpack because the jet is difficult to use here, but Anzap is good on almost any map. What am I saying? But Tri-Slosher and Nautilus have a field day here. Absolute field day here. They can buy everything up and down every aisle in Macklemore.
Yes, certainly. I mean, Macklemore is just one of those maps where most weapons have something that works for them. It's really just a map where anything sort of goes. And we did see a mirror match there with 3 different weapons in that last game, and we very well could see that here once again. But as both these teams run down the timer, you know, there's definitely a lot of big decision making going on here, trying to figure out what is it that we need to do in order to close this one out on Clamlet's Mako March.
Big thing to put in as well here. Both these teams went 3-0 in the first one, so looking towards that, who I feel like I got good vibes about it. Whoever wins this map right here, this 5 minutes comes out victor. Should be moving on to Hammered, barring any scenarios. But they really set themselves up to go to Great White for if they win this one.
So early on here, we do see a couple of adjustments, the junior coming into play now for Shiver, as well as that foil flings, a very interesting pick there from Tsunami. So, you know, definitely a roller that you don't, I guess that's one of the more common rollers here. But early on, just definitely going to be seeing a couple of trades here as well. Tsunami getting a little bit of early map control, and they are going to get first claim to the basket as they are going to dunk that first power clam in. But do they have the follow-up? It seems like they have the clams, but can they maintain the basket being open? Yes, they do, bringing it all the way down to 50 points remaining and some. Team Big Man with a beautiful jump out there after dunking in all of their clams.
Big Man just dunked 11 clams. How do you do that? You have your teammate throw you some more. That was 11 clams. That was great team coordination, and nobody from Shiver decided to shoot Big Man. Shiver just knows that Big Man is just too powerful, I guess.
I was gonna say, like, how can you shoot Big Man?
Let's be honest.
That's just an extra layer of armor right there. But Shiver is finding themselves a couple of clams in their pockets, slowly working their way back towards mid, trying to get back a little bit of map control here. But Tsunami doing an excellent job there of just trying to hold them off those missiles, able to take a couple of victims there. And that's going to be a box. I believe that might have been a triple, almost getting to quad possibly. But with that, Tsunami going to find another opportunity to score. They're able to get that first power climb in, 15 clams as well that they can follow up with if they could just get to the basket. And once again, it's going to be Big Man making a lot of points on the board for Tsunami.
Shoot Big Man! How's Big Man still able to be here? Big Man's in your spawn!
Finally able to shut that one down. Team Big Man doing an excellent job there of just being a nuisance and staying in spots where Shiver has no response for them. So an excellent job there so far by Tsunami, a much stronger outing this time around in the opening half of this game compared to the first 2 games. Shiver finally going to get an opportunity at this basket though, but the question is, do they have the follow-up? It looks like they might, with 3 members down on the side of Tsunami and shutting down Team Big Man.
Nero's getting some more clams in. Spets is coming in. Ozunik has got some as well. This is going to be tight. Oh, 1 point meme. The one point, they get it. Can they get this knockout? One more clam. Oh my goodness. 100-0.
Oh.
That was crazy!
What was that?
Tsunami got taken the Uno reverse card! They got hit with the
really got hit with that Uno reverse card. They had everything going their way for 2.5 minutes there. All to be completely undone by Shiver in about 15 seconds flat.
I'm done. I'm done. That was... I have not watched a best of 3, play out 3, whatever, 3 map set that tight in a long time. And I've been here since like day 1 for Splatoon. Competitive. I was here when they updated the game so we could have private battles. That was insane.
Wow. Just a phenomenal set between these two teams. Tsunami, you could tell, were really starting to feel themselves there. They started to think that that was, just within their hand. And Shiver comes in and snatches it right out. And they said, remember that first game? When we had a pretty dominant overtime victory there. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And in about 15 seconds, erase everything that you've done in this game up to this point. And we're going to go ahead and take that set from you.
Oh my gosh, that was... I just want to show, besides being, like, Team Big Man, but having so many... Like, I don't remember last time I saw somebody have that many of their team's clams. They didn't break the basket. They had another teammate break the basket. But Team Big Man was the only person to throw clams into the basket other than the two people that threw power clams in. And they got the points all the way down to 17. They threw, I don't know how many. 11 the first time, and I don't know how many the second time. They just could not die. They did not get shot. They did not get bombed out. They just kept throwing clams. They kept feeding clams and kept throwing clams. Somehow, some way, Shiver, my new religion, just stomped them, hit them. Oh my goodness, that's... I need a break. I don't care. If you tell me that we have the next lobby ready, I'm going to refill my water. I don't care.
Well, I guess that's exactly what we will do then. So Shiver wins this battle against Big Man in the first battle of the idols. So maybe we'll take about 30 seconds here just to refill waters real quick, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to SOS number 78. If you are just joining us, this is DRF on the mic with Genie, and we are entering round number 3 of our group stage. And we have a fantastic matchup coming up for you all. We've got Crimson Quake taking on Red Sun.
Yeah, Crimson and Red. I like those two colors. They're very similar, but very uniquely different. So, and also these two teams, they are also quite different. But I'm definitely excited to see a good set between these two teams.
Yeah, I think on paper, looking at this, Red Sun definitely going to have the upper hand, but Crimson Quake has really seen a bit of a self-evolution recently. They've done a phenomenal job in recent tournaments and leagues and stuff like that. And I think that they are slowly on the rise here. So if they're going to be able to contest with Red Sun, I think that's definitely going to be a huge one for them to put on their resumes.
Mm-hmm. We also have to mention that both of our sets previous, the lower seed has won both of the matches. So that's
oh, really?
Yeah. And it was actually the Sayonara versus bifootjinx fans was like 18 versus 2. So at first I was a little worried that it was gonna be a 3-0, and then it was a. But so I'm excited. We've had good matches, really good matches so far today. Hoping for our third set that the luck has not quite run out yet.
Well, let's go ahead and jump right into this one. We are starting off with Splat Zones on a Humpback Pump Track. Genie, take a look at these comps. Anything stand out to you?
Dueling Jet Sculptures. Interesting. I like the missiles, but oftentimes I find there's a niche weapon on this map that can really, nice job there to get that early kill. But a niche weapon called the Heavy Spotling Remix, which could be really disgusting here. So I was hoping to maybe see some of that today, but alas, more Jet Squelcher. That's okay for me today, though.
And early on here, we do see Crimson Quake get a nice early lead, but Matt is going to be the last one standing. Unfortunately, going to get shut down there. So that is a delayed wipe for Crimson Quake. Red Sun now in complete control, should be able to secure the lead here, as now Crimson Quake is pushed back into their spawn and struggling to approach this zone yet again. So Red Sun with a bit of a rocky start, but have now quickly found a foothold here and are just starting to get a very strong grip of this map. But with Red Sun gonna go 2 down there, this is gonna be a big opportunity for Crimson Quake to flip this zone back in their favor and tack on that 41-point penalty to Red Sun.
Big penalty and also big cap. The unfortunate thing is that Jet Sculpture did not die. Then again, it's a Jet Sculpture, so it has those missiles really quick. But all the specials on the side of Red Sun. So they should, if they don't cap the zone, there's a problem.
Wow, and look, did you see that recognition there by... That was nice. they managed to throw that Booyah Bomb and instantly knew right where the person was behind them and able to shut them down. And now that the zone is back in their favor, they are starting to get a back control of the majority of this map. Crimson Quake pushed back into their spawn yet again. They're gonna have to build up some specials here and slowly work their way towards the zone to flip it. They have all 4 specials now online, but can they take advantage of them?
There's 4 specials online for Crimson Quake, but the problem was Red Sun also had 4 specials available. And that's going to be Crimson Quake taking the zone, but Red Sun should be able to take this back just as fast due to the fact that 3 members of Crimson Quake have fallen.
Ooh, man, a lot of back and forth here, but Red Sun definitely showing that they are the better team so far, having much stronger controls of this zone. Crimson Quake did have that early control, but nice. Since oh no, nice.
Tactical.
Oh no, yes, tactical.
Okay, no, it flattens out. No, seriously, it flattens out your hitbox. When you're in squid form, your hitbox is flatter, so you can't actually be shot. Your head can't be shot. So if you're squid form, you fall through the grating. So legitimately tactical.
Yes, I mean definitely true there. But it definitely was just kind of funny to look at there as well. But now Crimson Quake slowly running out of time. Only 20 ticks of the scoreboard left. but they are just focusing on all the different members that are coming in from the different sides here. But they really need to get control of the zone, even if just for a moment, and it looks like that they are just on the verge of doing so, and they do. So they extend this game for just a little bit longer, but can they hold on to this zone to get meaningful points on the board before Red Sun can get back in here and put the pressure back on?
I'm gonna say one thing. One big thing that Red Sun has been using this game and been, like, if you look at the top of the board, dominating. Nice. Nice has been more than nice. Nice has been flawless and really disgusting. And Beam coming out with double. Beam's like, you're gonna talk about nice? I'm right here.
Yes. Okay. Getting a little bit of the limelight themselves is Beam there, and the control is going to stay in favor of Red Sun, but Crimson Quake doing an excellent job of just forcing the zone back in their favor, even just for a moment to tack on more penalty points. But they can only do this for so long before they're going to be out of time. And with a 3v3 situation here, this is where they are going to have to make it happen. But with Matt going down there, Matt being their main slayer, that's definitely going to make this a little bit difficult for them during this time. And that's going to be 3 down there. So Red Sun back in control once again. And my goodness, just look at that KA at the top there with the 12 KA coming out from that K God, the 11 KA from the junior. Red Sun really has had Crimson Quake's number here, at least in the KA department, and Crimson Quake now looks like this might just be their last-ditch effort.
Absolutely last-ditch. 10 ticks. They're going to get a knockout before the zones flip. Oh, but great bomb run. Absolutely stealing that. Beam's on the back foot, not able to get out. Bloody is stuck in that mist, trying to get out as well. That's good for Crimson Quake. They have lost a member. They need to stay alive now. They have no penalty here. This is going to be an overtime victory or an overtime loss.
Yeah, but with 3 specials online for Red Sun, they just need to time this right and be able to flip this zone. The Booyah Bomb going to lead this effort here. They're slowly running out of time, but this should get the neutral at the very least, and it actually converts it for them. An excellent follow-up there to that Booyah Bomb to secure the game right on time. Red Sun planned that out perfectly and executed it just as perfectly.
I was saying before, we don't want the luck to run out on these close sets. 5-point differential overtime. That was a nice one, but definitely Red Sun had the advantage on the KA department. And in splat zones, this is a mode that if you don't have the KAs, you are really going to struggle. Every single other mode in Splatoon, you really don't need it. You can win the game by not killing, playing objectives sometimes. Especially with Turf War and Rainmaker. If you get a wipe in the back-to-back wipe in the last 20 seconds, you can get it. Tower control, if you get some good 2 wipes in a row, perfect. Clan Blitz, 1 wipe, as we saw in the last game. That was crazy. And Rainmaker, you don't have to get any kills to win the game.
Yeah. So, oh man, but that one, it was a really close game, and you kind of were just holding your breath a little bit for Crimson Quake there. Like, it seemed like they might just be able to get over the edge, but at the end of the day, like, looking at the bigger picture of it, it was Red Sun's game from start to finish, despite what the scoreboard might say. A little bit reversed there, because we were saying if it's a really, like, big gap in the score, like, oh, it was really close, but I think this was actually the opposite, where Red Sun just had control most of that game. And Crimson Quake, a lot of times, managed to just dive into the zone, flip it for just a little bit of time, and they just slowly chipped away at the lead. But ultimately, it was Red Sun that had most control for probably, I would say, 3 to 4 minutes there.
Yeah, the thing is, for Crimson Quake, 5 points after being dominated that heavily in the scoreboard and spot zones is really, really good. That's good team coordination and able to survive on the zone for long enough. But at the end of the day, it was all just waiting for Beam and Nice just to finish you off. But going into tower control, definitely, I think Crimson Quake has a good opportunity in this from what they were showing in the last game, being able to coordinate themselves and actually really give it to Red Sun. But that's if Red Sun doesn't just rip them to shreds before that.
Ooh. Okay, but taking a look at these comps here, going into game number 2, a couple of Nautilus is going to be coming out now. So M bringing that out, and Backline going to be bringing in that Firefin Charger. So a couple of interesting additions that we have here, and mirror matches happening once again as well. So let's see if Crimson Quake is able to respond here in game number 2.
Haven't seen a Firefin on tower control in, I want to say, almost a calendar year now. Definitely interesting for me. You gotta charge the weapon. You have to. If you're not hitting your shots, you're not doing your job. That's about it. As we do see Red Sun making their way to try and rip through this first checkpoint as fast as possible.
Yeah, and it looks like this first checkpoint will fall uncontested. So they're just going to continue to go on their merry way up to plat and start pushing this tower forward. And Crimson Quake right now just sort of scrambling a little bit to be able to get there. But look at, do you see what a Firefin is shooting?
What's that angle? What kind of wall bang angle is this?
That is a very interesting angle that I have not seen taken advantage of much. And it looks like it works just enough to make Red Sun sort of second guess themselves. And a nice pick there from a backline. Able to get their first pick of the game there, but I think just the pressure there from the Firefin was able to make Red Sun sort of stagger a little bit. Just, okay, let's go ahead and just hit the reset button here, because we don't even know what's going on anymore, and let's just maintain a little bit of map control. That should be the priority now.
I've seen Inkjets launch off from that spot, but I've never seen like a Charger go and try and take a fight there, because realistically the tower's like moved on from there. But that's a unique angle. As Crimson Quake is going to be making their way downtown, Matt able to shut the front door and take out the Nautilus, but Beam's got the high ground. If Beam's just going to start trucking bombs and going on to the tower with that armor. But can Bloody stay on this tower to let the checkpoint go? And they have able to shred through that second checkpoint right underneath of Red Sun's noses almost.
Wow. Yeah, that was just phenomenal. And this push is still going. Crimson Quake pushing this tower forward all the way up to just about this third checkpoint. But it seems like they're going to fall just a little bit shy here. They do hit the third checkpoint, actually. But not going to be able to break through most certainly at this point, as M is going to get shut down there on the Inkjet recall. But 20 points remaining. That is a huge push there out of Crimson Quake. And that now puts a lot of pressure on Red Sun to respond in the back half of this game. They have 3 specials to work with, but with that Nautilus going to get shut down there, it's definitely going to make things a little bit slower here out of the gate as they try to take this tower coast to coast. Wow, just Crimson Quake doing an excellent job there. Red Sun, I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to respond here. They're going to have to get a couple of nice picks here and shut down a couple of key players.
Big double. And now we're going to be seeing Backline and Bloody trying to defend this second checkpoint. The Inkjet is causing so much damage and so much chaos, able to take down the Charger. We're just going to see this tower second checkpoint be ripped through just as fast on the side of Red Sun. But they have not been able to get to that third checkpoint and quite steal the lead yet. They're still in it though, taking out 2 members, make that 3 members. Just a Firefin left. The Firefin's not going to be able to do anything, and that's going to be a wiping. They're going to be able to shred through this third checkpoint for sure.
Most definitely, and we might be even looking at a knockout here. Crimson Quake now very quickly finding themselves.
They didn't get it. They didn't get the checkpoint.
Here, they did not get the checkpoint, but Beam could try to get back on it. And this is a 1v1 situation with the Firefin. They're going to force their way through this checkpoint. Yes, they do, but no, the Firefin able to shut this one down. Backline going to be able to hop back on this tower right in the nick of time. 4 points remaining is where Red Sun was able to take this on a coast-to-coast push.
Oh my goodness! Nautilus going absolutely huge in the sharking play. Does get 1, doesn't get 2, but Matt is going to come from behind and stop all that funny business. That's... I was thinking at 20 was a good push, but 4. That's even better. But the other thing is, 34 seconds. Crimson Quake doesn't have to go through too many checkpoints. Only 1 checkpoint. It is the third checkpoint, which is difficult to get through. But it's not like they have to go through that second checkpoint anymore. So that is something that is very advantageous for them.
Yes, most certainly. And they have 15 seconds left on this current game clock, and they're pushing this tower quite far. They're just going to need to, maintain a little bit of life here, because your life is your biggest asset, and Matt's going to have to probably try to get a couple of nice picks here, but they're going to get shut down with 3 seconds to go. But they do have 2 down on the side of Red Sun, but it's not going to be any good. No one's able to keep control of the tower, and Red Sun will hold on here in game number 2.
Definitely a very entertaining game. At the end there, I'm a little bit interested. about the I want to break down the play that Matt was making with who I don't know exactly who it was, if it was Nice, if it was Beam, whoever it was, the shooter that was on the fan, distracting Matt. It's difficult because you have to decide: do I go for the shooter who's in our backline, or do I go for the tower and help the tower? Matt got caught in no man's land. You either have to commit one side to the other because their backline died and tower died, so they didn't really help anybody.
Yeah,
unfortunate little bit of missed decision right at the end, a little bit of a panic there, but still overall a really good showing.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Matt being Crimson Quake's main slayer, I think definitely needed to sort of push up there a little bit, just to, start keeping the pressure up. And they needed their teammates to follow them as well. So I think they were kind of just in a weird position here because it's like, oh, like I'm the closest one to tower, but I'm also the main slayer. So I can't quite blame Matt for, kind of being a little bit indecisive there, and, kind of just falling into no man's land. There has to be the follow-up as well. But I will say as well, to add on to what I said in the previous game, where even though it was a close-scoring game, it was entirely Red Sun. Crimson Quake responded perfectly there, and they made Red Sun sweat just a little bit. And that was a much nicer game. It was a close-scoring game once again, but this time, Crimson Quake really, really had Red Sun going there.
One other thing I'd like to mention right now, I'm not, if Kraken can be in my ear, if a team is tied, how much does head-to-head come into it? Or is it maps? Is it like map differential? Is that the bigger? Maps first. That's the thing that I'm getting in my ear right now from Kraken. Thank you, Kraken. So if my math is correct, if Crimson Quake wins this game, this Rainmaker game here, they will be moving on to Great White. If I'm looking at the bracket. Oh, it's set first. Oh, well, but Red Sun drop the opening thing, and they would be Red Sun would be 2-1, and Crimson Quake would be 2-1. But Crimson Quake had a 3-0 when they won, and Red Sun had a 2-1 when they won, which would mean that Crimson Quake should move on. If I'm doing it right, there's still something to fight for here. If I'm looking at the bracket right, there's still something to fight for here. Even though the set has been lost, I believe Crimson Quake, if they win this, will beat out on Red Sun, which is funny.
All right, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll wait.
Because at the very least, we could definitely say there seems to be some sort of stakes still there going into game number 3 here, despite Red Sun taking the set victory. So diving into Rainmaker on Starfish main stage here, a number of comp points here are going to be staying the same, and early on, Red Sun just getting a couple of nice bomb picks here, and this should open the door early on for them to be able to pick up this Rainmaker and make a push. Vertigo going to be the one to do so, as they're going to grab this Rainmaker. Suction Bomb Rush coming on the left-hand side of the map, which means they're going to swing it to the far right here, and with these missiles as well, it looks like they might be stuck in no man's land, but they're able to get some decent points up on the board for a first-minute push.
That mist is so good. One thing I want to say, great job from Vertigo. Underappreciated role, the junior, often being bullied for being the armor bot. Getting 2 kills with a bomb, opening up that push. Yes, it's only to 60 and being stopped by that toxic mist, but that is something that even on a junior, don't take for granted. You have the power to really start a push.
Yeah, and that definitely was the case here. So definitely make sure you appreciate your junior support players, because that play there was entirely possible because of them. Bringing that all the way to 60 remaining. The Rainmaker does reset here though, and it seems like Red Sun is not ready to give up this stage quite yet. They're going to keep a lot of green paint in this area and starting to push up with a couple of the specials that they have online and picking up this Rainmaker as well, but it is going to get shut down right where they pick it up.
Ooh, somehow able to live through that bomb rush is the Nautilus, not able to be camped, and is able to make their way back. That's interesting. Nice is going to be trying to delay this. Great tech to stay on that wall, getting 2 crucial shots and jumping into it before. And this is going to be Crimson Quake's opportunity to try and make their own push. How much of a dent can they put in it? So far, so good.
Oh, all the way to 32 remaining. That is a very solid push there for Starfish Rainmaker. of course, you know, that's not necessarily a game-winning push, but that is a really good sign if you're able to get the Rainmaker in that position in the first half of the game. So Crimson Quake looking to be in a solid spot now. Red Sun gonna have a little bit of work to do, a slight uphill battle, but with 4 specials online, they definitely have the tools to make the counter push right here, right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Beam does catch out a member of Crimson Quake, and that's Matt gonna be going down, as well as a total of 3. Just Vertigo's gonna be storming through those missiles, not slowing down whatsoever, going for the dunk, gets stopped out 1, but can Crimson Quake stop the Rainmaker again? The mist will stop them for sure. It's gonna be so difficult to get up there, but no, the mist fades, and that's gonna be Red Sun dunking and taking this in a 3-0 fashion.
Wow, I mean, kudos to Red Sun here, where in every single game in this set, they were put in a bad position, or they just had a sizable deficit to work with at one point or another, and making sure that they had the tools and make a well-coordinated push to come back and win in decisive fashion there. I mean, phenomenal job. Red Sun just showing exactly what teamwork can do for you.
Yeah, that was clean. These maps were close, but always favored Red Sun. So I don't know. That was an entertaining set. I know it's hard to beat the set that we had before. That one was like, if you didn't watch that last set, take the little break that we're gonna have between now and Top Cut to watch that set back and tweet it at your friends, because it was legendary. It was 2 even teams going at it, absolutely at it. But this one, no shame, also very good. We had 3 really good sets today. And you know what else we can do? If you want more great Splatoon action, we've got that covered for you as well. Yes, we do. So first up, we actually have Low Inc. is running its last ever Splatoon 2 event this month. Low Inc. is a 2-day Splatoon tournament for newer and low-level teams. Its goal is to give teams a chance to get into this Splatoon 2 tournament scene and gain valuable competitive experience. Its format has a focus on bringing games to your team's skill level, as you can meet teams to practice against. Learn more and register on our website at lowinc.iplabs.inc. Man, the last one coming up, August 20th and 21st. I'm gonna cry. Low Inc.
Same.
It's gotten so big. Kraken's crying as well. Tissues all around. Everybody, all the staff are gonna be crying. Baby's gotten so big.
And then we'll forget about it
the band
when
list
comes out.
The band list is so big as well. Get your name on that band list, everybody. All right, what's the next one we got here, Kraken? Give it to me. Shine. Oh, that's gonna be exciting. We're not at Shine. Find this comment. Awesome. Here we go. Yo, Shine is gonna be in Worcester, Massachusetts on August 26th to 28th. Come out and enjoy some of Splatoon 2's last in-person events. As well as, I know that they're adding this, the Splatfest test fire is going to be happening there at the event. So if you want to enjoy the Splatfest Splatoon 3 test fire with some people beside you and everything, and having fun, go do that there. Imagine that chaos. That's going to be so fun. But yeah, don't forget to sign up, because the prices will increase. Oh, that's last month. Okay, never mind. But yeah, don't forget to sign up. I'm gonna tell you a date that's already passed. The 15th is the last day to sign up. That is an important date to note, and that's in 5 days.
Ooh, wow, coming up real fast. And of course, with Shine coming up as well, there is another LAN, Riptide. Riptide is coming up September 9th through 11th in Sandusky, Ohio. Riptide is a LAN that is being held at the Kalahari in Sandusky, Ohio. Play Splatoon, watch Smash, Rivals, and others, and then go down to water slides or to the arcade with your friends. This will be the first LAN to host a Splatoon 3 event. I don't know if you want to count the Splatfest, the Shine. I think this is the first, Splatoon 3 tournament land. I think it's what we can say
full
for
game,
this.
Full game. You get the full game experience.
Yes, there we go. On the day of release. So the Splatoon 2 event will be happening Saturday and Sunday, so be sure to sign up today. And it will be streamed right here on IPL Splatoon.
Awesome. And we are on SOS here, the staff, they are looking for some help. So if you would like to help out for the Splatoon community, and especially sink or swim, please go in the description here in the chat. Go fill out the form. No experience needed. Tournament organizers, streamers, seeders, everybody. We just need some more help to run these great and awesome tournaments. If you want some more of these awesome tournaments, please, we'd love your help. Yeah, you're here. You get Wednesdays off. You know, come here. Kraken says help.
Exactly.
Help us. It's SOS is sink or swim, not save our souls, but it will be if you don't help us.
that was a pretty good one, Genie. I'll give you that one.
You gotta be fast with these things. But sometimes I go too fast and then I like fall. But yeah, that was a good one.
And of course, if you would like to support IPL does have a Patreon that you can contribute to, patreon.com/IPL Splatoon. So that is going to do it for the Swiss or the group stage of Swim or Sink number 78. We are going to go ahead and take, I think, just a couple of minutes here, and we will be back with round 1 of your Great White Bracket. Hello everyone and welcome back. We are now in the Great White Bracket here in SOS number 78, and we are going to be starting off our top 8 with Mictlan Heroes versus Wipeout Punks.
Yeah, this is going to be a definite good showing from... I'm hoping for a good showing for both these teams. I feel like this could be a really tight set. Especially, I'm looking at the maps, and we're starting here on Clamblit's Reef. This could be a dynamic set.
I feel like this is going to be similar to the last set, partially in that when you look at this, on paper, Mictlan Heroes is the stronger team. However, Wipeout Punks, I feel like Wipeout Punks is one of those teams that can be a little bit streaky, and when they're hot, they're hot.
Like, I feel like today's a hot day.
Anyone.
I feel like today's a hot day. If they're here in Great White, I feel like it's a hot day. So that's why I'm thinking this could be dynamic and explosive. Hopefully the heat hasn't cooled off in our break between pools and Top Cut. So let's get in it. Let's see if the iron is still hot.
Yes, and we're going to be getting started here with Clamblitz on the Reef. Taking a look at both of these teams' compositions. Genie, what do you note here?
I'm always sad when I see one-shot Jet. Like, it's so frustrating. The number of times I've seen one-shot play Jet Squelcher and the number of times I've seen one-shot play like E-Leader are about even. And it irks me. It irks me.
I understand it because like one shot is such a fun E-Leader player to watch.
Oh, true.
Yeah. But then when you see the Jet coming out, you're like, okay, well, meta, it makes sense. But I really want to see that E-Leader come out.
Like, your name is One Shot. Play the One Shot.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that here. And Wipeout Punks are actually the ones to get the first strike here in the opening 30 seconds, but they are only able to convert on a 1+1 situation here. So, not really much to work with here on the first push. They're just basically handing Mictlan Heroes a free power clan to work with, and they are already getting control of this bridge and moving up. But can they turn this little bit of bridge control into the picks they need to get to the basket? That's a 3-down situation for Wipeout Punks.
John ran out of ink at the worst possible time. Ends up was looking to spray, but had nothing coming out of it. That's tight. The thing I was gonna mention is a lead no matter how small, and this tie is gonna go to the first runner, and the first runner was Wipeout Punks. So even though both these teams traded out, that trade is in favor of Wipeout Punks because they will always have a slight little advantage if they trade out with Mictlan from here on out. So that is something to note, even though their push at the beginning was small.
Yeah, that is definitely worth noting there. So they do trade punch for punch here, but nothing was it was kind of just a quick little jab at each other. So nothing has really been, no statements have been made quite yet. But with Wipeout Punks having 25 clamps in their pockets, able to get 2 down there, the Inkjet putting a lot of pressure on the car there. That's a wipe! They wipe Mictlan Heroes.
That's gonna be a really good knockdown. It doesn't feel like it's a knockout quite yet, but they're awfully close.
Oh, and they might just have the clams to do it. They only need 2 more, and there's one right underneath the basket, but I don't think that's going to happen at this time. This basket will close, but 6 points remaining. This is no longer just a jab. Wipeout Punks went for just a finishing blow there, just wasn't able to get the knockout. Had him down for about an 8 count there, but, not quite there yet. But they do now have Mictlan Heroes on the ropes, but Mictlan Heroes is a very strong team. They can most certainly come back from this. They're just going to need to play a little bit patient, find the kills, establish that map control once again, and work their way towards the basket to exchange a blow themselves.
This is beautiful plays so far for Mictlan to try and get their way back in. One shot leading the team with their Inkjet as well. This is going to be an opportunity for Mictlan. All the members of Wipeout Punks are hovering around their basket. Spread out, not undercard, but they're just gonna let one shot. Oh, not quite. One shot gets stopped right at the very end. John and Captain Bad are able to stop it, but going down together is not something that you want to see. Rin also falling. Soypan is going to be able to stay alive and throw this power clam in. But how many more clams does Mictlan have? Can they get this lead?
Well, there's not a whole lot of clams for them to work with right now. They're going to have to go all the way back to mid and actually a very generous spawn of clams on that bridge and on the street as well. So Mictlan here is actually getting some lucky clam drops here, and they're going to be able to hold on to this basket for just a little bit longer. 8 clams in their pockets as well. That is going to be enough to get the lead and possibly to knock out, but they do go 2 down here. So Wipeout Punks are going to be able to hold on and ensure the basket closes here with under a minute to play. Mictlan Heroes with a nice spawns, but they're going to have to do it one more time in the last minute.
This is going to be tight. Wipeout Punks have lost 2 members on their retreat. They have both armors available, but that's risky because armors can break really easy. And that's Captain Bad losing their armor. Mictlan's got more clams. They're starting to chuck them in. John wins their 1v1. One shot goes down to Quan. This is going to be tight. Mictlan doesn't have many clams. Just the Tri-Slosher 5. Tri-Slosher does go down. Can Mictlan get enough clams, though, now to make a power clam? This is going to be so tight.
It really is. In 20 seconds, they're going to have to build up a power clam here and buy themselves one more opportunity. So they at least minimize the penalty and added a little bit more onto the scoreboard. So they do have the power clam here, but Wipeout Punks has 3 specials to work with. And with that Nautilus having that 14k as well, that's going to be the main barrier that they're going to have to break through. Is to shut down that Nautilus, and that's going to open the gates for them to get in there. But they're slowly running out of time. About 10 ticks of the timer left. Be able to get up to this basket, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it in time as they are just completely pushed back to underneath their basket. And this is going to be a Wipeout Punks victory if they, but the jump's going to come in, but not in time.
Time ran out. Soypan had the perfect timing to kill the Inkjet and was about to go get ready for the super jumps to come in for Mictlan, but not enough time on the clock. Judd called game before Mictlan could actually get their plan fully in motion.
Wow, I mean, Wipeout Punks.
They're striking it, and it's still hot. It's still hot. Yes.
I think what we were saying is definitely true here, that they can be a little bit of a streaky team, but when they are hot, they are on fire. And that was a very strong showing from them in game number 1. So that one strong punch there was enough to win the game for them. Although Mictlan Heroes really just did not give up there. They would continue to fight. And that's exactly what you got to do in those situations. They bought themselves opportunity after opportunity. It's just that Wipeout Punks was able to piece together a good enough defense in response each and every single time. But I mean, Mictlan Heroes made sure that they made it real close.
They did make it real close, and I'm interested to see for Splat Zone's Wahoo if we're gonna see Wipeout on that tight in-your-face comp as well again, because Wahoo. The problem with Wahoo is if you're not on the zone, you're not really in the face of anybody with their comp. So I'm interested to see if they're going to keep it, because that double armor comp definitely can destroy teams at times. It has fallen out of its once former glory because many teams used to run it, and then it kind of had some counter strats around it, but it's still something that can be, like, if you don't take it seriously, it can still rip you to shreds, which I believe they have an opportunity to do on Wahoo zones, but they have to close that distance.
Yeah, they certainly do. And I think here as well, I know we talked about this at the start of the last game, but one shot, switching to the E-Leader, what do you think?
Double armor, E-Leader, eek. Interesting. It does slow you down. Mines aren't as good, but the miss can really, from that jet, can really help. It is interesting to see if they would want to swap over to it. So, but yes. if one shot's gonna do it, then I feel like they're gonna do it, and that's what they're doing. And we're also gonna be seeing the removal of the Nautilus. Quan gonna go to the K shot, and Rin swapping over to those dualies. That's I definitely like this comp. Wait.
That's a Slosher Deco. Yes, that is.
I haven't seen Slosher Deco since 2018.
So definitely, I think this might be the most unconventional pick of the night. An interesting one nonetheless with that Sprinkler Baller combo. So Sprinkler definitely going to try to establish a little bit of control for them to swim around with. And Baller, I'm assuming that they're going to be trying to utilize that to get control of the zone and push the enemy back. They're going to just try to use this as a pressuring tool on one shot here. And it looks like it is going to result in them getting a trade, Slosher for Slosher. But Wipeout Punks now finding themselves in control of this zone. They should be able to hold to get the lead here. But one shot with that E-leader. Oh, this is going to be scary for them to hold on to.
Very scary. At any moment in time, one shot able to just pop up in the Great White Division with those big teeth of the E-leader and just nom on any of the unsuspecting members of Wipeout Punks. As you see, all the members of Wipeout Punks are just like kind of hiding and cowering. The missiles are coming out and they are starting to make their move back into zone. Great showing from them. But again, they peek out for a second and you're gone.
Oh,
and
man.
you're gone again.
One shot. Oh, and that is the one shot E-leader that we all know and love. And now this looks like Mictlan here is going to be able to get the lead. It's a 3v3 situation at this point. So a lot of purple ink just going to be, dispersed on this zone here. So it is going to go into neutral temporarily. But Mictlan Heroes does have the lead, which is exactly what they need to stay there. One shot with a beautiful snipe yet again. And just continuing to lead their team in KA at this time.
Excuse me. Check them PC. Check them Switch. Check them Switch. I'm not overhyping the E-leader sometimes, but like when I always say, if you play Charger, you gotta hit your shots. If you're not hitting your shots, you're not doing your job. And it's always beautiful to watch them do their magic, especially when they're not playing against me as a spot.
Yes, that's the most important part there.
Yeah. I cheer them on when they're not shooting me.
Wipeout Punks, though, now able to respond here, and it looks like they do have Mictlan Heroes on the run, able to get control of this zone, but they do go 2 down as they push up just maybe a little bit too much there, and now this zone will flip back in favor of Mictlan Heroes. But with a 3v3 situation here, it is going to be a little bit of back and forth as Wipeout Punks inch their way back into this zone. They need to deal with one shot, though, on that E-leader. And it, what would bring out some specials, these missiles are going to be able to help with that as well. So now this is going to be the ticket for Wipeout Punks to get control of this zone once again, but can they hold on to it?
I believe they can hold on to it for... Okay, never mind. Well, I think I just call it commentator after Christmas. Wait, hold up, pause. This could be good if Gene goes down, not... Just going to be going on the retreat, though, and that's going to be Wipeout Punks again sent back to spawn to retreat. And wait. They had 2 members in spawn in the cap zone. What is happening? I don't understand. Sure.
Wait, Mictlan is just maintained just a couple of people just hanging around right around that zone. Wipeout Punks started to stagger there a little bit. So that's, I think, how Mictlan was able to maintain a lot of control of this zone here, was just with a little bit of stagger and maintaining just 1 or 2 people right on top of this zone. And now they're within knockout range. 2 people down on the side of Wipeout Punks. Make that 3. And this should just about do it. Unless the CDS can make a really good play. They do get the 1 pick. But no, they do go down. But wait, nobody's in the zone.
No! Who's up there? The mines? Oh, okay. I thought the mines are going to win the game.
Oh, that was so
Ming
close
came
for
in
a
with a
second.
triple. And then Gene was the last one alive. Dropped out of zone for the members of Wipeout Punks to then reclaim zone and keep them in it. And again, one shot just going off. One thing I want to point out, whenever Rin throws his rain cloud on a zone, the double mines that one shot puts on the zones both pop at inopportune times, which is really good. A really good way, as we can start to see them probably pop here and now. We know mine's on zone. But that's something a little mind game that you don't notice, but is a big thing.
Yeah, definitely the case here. But now Wipeout Punks would have to try to grab this zone with just a few seconds to go. But it is not going to be enough, as Mictlan Heroes are going to even this set at 1 game apiece.
It was noticeable. It was noticeable and you felt it. We said, even if one shot isn't the top of the scoreboard here, it's noticeable. Good job from Gene with that 15 KA though, but it's noticeable when you're playing against a charger that's hitting their shots. You think, okay, they're not hitting your shots. You can disrespect that laser, but when they're hitting their shots, like one shot was, you cannot respect that laser. Especially I don't know what the percentage of shots that were taken at an Inkling or an Octoling that one shot hit. It felt like it was above 60, and that's a 60%. That's not even a dice roll. That's a bad coin flip. That's an imbalanced coin flip that you're taking there.
It certainly feels like it. And, you know, like we said, we both really love watching one shot on the E-Leader. It's definitely their best weapon, in my opinion. And I think that made a really big impact there. And Gene doing a beautiful job there of following up as well. So that was just a nice 1-2 combo between One Shot and Gene to be able to clean up Wipeout Punks in game number 2 there. And now the question is going to be, as we transition into game number 3, Tower Control Manta Maria, what does Mictlan Heroes do here to sort of keep up that momentum? Or on the flip side of it, what does Wipeout Punks have to do to respond to this?
I want Wipeout Punks to go back to their comp that they had on the Reef, because Mictlan didn't really have an answer. That double armor, you really need to get in the face. You need to get in the face of one shot. You can't delay. They couldn't delay. I found the Slosher was trying to build its baller, and the CDS were Rin was doing a good job on the CDS, but like it's hard to play that weapon because it doesn't kill fast enough against what Mictlan was bringing. And I feel like you need that to have that a little bit of that try action on this tower control map if the other team has a try or have something that can shut down the try. But yeah, I definitely want to see the Nautilus come because it's scary good here. And if you give that thing armor, one shot is going to be not really one shotting much anymore.
Yeah, and there it is. Yes, the Nautilus try coming out from Wipeout Punks, and I think that this is the exact combination that they need to bring out here in order to respond to Mictlan Heroes. And it's such a good combo to work with. You're able to work so many ledges, and especially with this tower going through a lot of tight corridors in the streets and a lot of different walls going on. It's just a great combo to work with, and I think this is going to give Wipeout Punks a really solid chance here to respond.
It's going to give them a solid chance to respond, but the response is going to have to come in a little bit more time, because Mictlan's going to have the opening push, should be able to get through this opening checkpoint. This checkpoint is one of the most basic checkpoints in Splatoon. There's some that are just like bad at being speed hump, and then there's that one. Oi, Gene! Excuse me! Doing sloshy things over the wall.
And that is the power to Tri-Slosher, but Captain Bad gonna try to leverage that as well, but it's gonna result in a trade, and the second checkpoint will Mictlan Heroes getting everything they want here as they approach the third checkpoint. John, trying to take a 1v1 here with the Tri-Slosher, not able to do so, but with everyone except for Gene down here, and finally Gene gonna go down also. 16 points remaining in the first minute 15 for Mictlan Heroes, and that could be a winning push here, just right in the opening.
Yeah, and this is, I do have to agree with you. This could be really scary for Wipeout Punks, but if they get it on that hot streak again that they were on in the first map, I feel like really no lead can be safe, especially against a team like Wipeout Punks, and if they get hot. And
there's a DC.
I believe we should be having a replay here.
Well, no, it's no, because score. Like, yeah, they scored 16. They're at 16 remaining, so technically by DC rules, they gotta play this out, and they are gonna have to put together a very, very strong defense for the next 3 minutes. But wait, they are stopping.
Kraken is saying in our ear that if they gentleman's it, they can replay it, which would make sense, because I always think that's a rule that needs to be changed. If you're the team that has the lead that's way ahead like that, and the timer penalty hasn't expired, and you have the DC, I feel like you should be able to, because you kind of shot yourself in your own foot. I feel like that's a little. But
yeah, I think that is agreeable. You know, especially in that situation, because it's like, you have this massive lead. So like, why are you going to be punished here to have to put together a very strong defense 3v4 for 3.5 minutes? So I this is a TO's call. If they are going to allow the gentleman's agreement, then I guess that's what we'll see here. But technically speaking, I believe it's within the DC rules that game could go to Wipeout Punk. So
yeah,
we'll just have to stand by for a moment and see exactly what the call is going to be here. Because it's technically Wipeout Punk's victory to give up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they read the rules, which make sure you read the rules, people. You never know when you're gonna need to read the rules of a tournament. That if they read it, they could know that they could be moving on, or get that little bit extra jump. Especially that was already 16. That game was like an over and done.
Okay, so
yeah,
actually seeing the TO ruling here, replay is allowed, and exactly what we were saying, Genie, is actually part of the rules for SOS. So definitely, we definitely have to read the rules carefully ourselves. The game will be finished if there is less than 2.5 minutes left, or the team without the DC is 50 units or closer to a KO. So given that Mictlan was the one with the commanding lead there, but also the one with the DC, a replay will be allowed. So awesome. That is exactly what we're going to have here. So kudos to these teams for reading the rules and recognizing that. So we will go ahead and get them back in this lobby and get this game back underway.
Zoom, we're back into it. That was fast rejoin.
Yes.
Hopefully Soy Pan can keep
their net. Teams do that.
Hopefully Soy Pan can get these this net. Oh, when you have somebody that DCs and like their power's out, that's another story. It's either like they're instantly back in the lobby because it's Nintendo's problem, or it takes a million years because you have to find us. It's one or the other.
Yeah, pretty much. So, taking a look here. Oh no! Falling off the ship!
Oh no, Captain Overboard!
Oh no, Captain Overboard indeed. But the Wipeout Punks are finding themselves with this early push here. It is a 2v1 situation, so Wipeout Punks, if they're able to push back this Jet Squelcher a little bit, they should be able to push this tower up to that first checkpoint, but they're struggling here to push them back further into their street. They're going to bring this all the way to the first checkpoint, but can they break through it? I think that Mictlan here has enough time to get the rest of the team to respawn, so I just don't think this first checkpoint is going to be falling for Wipeout Punks.
No, and that's weird because this first checkpoint's no more than a sneeze for most at most times. But the bomb pressure coming up from Mictlan is proving to be very, very stalling and very, very strong. But luckily, that's getting these specials ready for both teams for a massive fight. That's going to be the try down on the side of the Wipeout Punks.
And Wipeout Punks are just continuing their movement forward with this tower. Finally going to be stalling out here just a little bit between checkpoints 1 and 2. 61 points remaining. A decent push for an opening minute and a half. But as they go 2 down here, Mictlan Heroes going to have to put a lot of their orange paint down into mid and just start getting these specials built up. One Shot going to be releasing some of these missiles to slow down the Wipeout Punks respawns going back towards this tower, and they're going to hopefully buy themselves an opportunity here to break through that first checkpoint.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting because the specials are approaching for Wipeout Punks, but the missiles from Mictlan were able to slow it down, and Quan coming up with the big shots on One Shot to really slow down that tower push completely. And now going to be looking for the aggressive play. Has the armor able to live, but the shots are connected from the splatter shot.
Wow. I know Artaria doing an excellent job there, just getting Wipeout Punks out of their bunker, escaping death there by just inches. And now Mictlan Heroes with a numbers advantage to work with. They're going to take a second shot at this first checkpoint, and I think that this time they should see it fall. But they lose a member there, so they're going to actually sort of hesitate here. But I think they could still get the job done if they're able to just hold on to this tower for a little bit longer.
Oh, Bad just sent the checkpoint all the way back. One Shot able to take out Quan. Scrappy fight mid in the favor, I would say, of Wipeout Punks, but Mictlan's making a push. And the fact that 61 is the lead that we have with 2 minutes remaining. That's insane. And this first checkpoint is seeming to be an actual problem for Mictlan. That's crazy.
It's been a problem for both these teams. It took them multiple tries to get through that first checkpoint. Mictlan here is finally able to break through it here. 2 points away from tying this game and Nutter from getting the lead. There it goes. They now have control of this lead. And now we're going to see the Mictlan Heroes push that we saw in that disconnect game, where this should start to go the distance for them, and they're going to be able to build up a pretty significant lead with just the amount of pressure that they have put onto Wipeout Punks now in their own street.
Arteria with that nice inkjet shot, able to help their team go further. Soypan goes down to Quan on that tower. Mictlan loses 2 members, but their push is not going to be done. They just keep sending members onto this tower to push it a few points further. You never know what point Wipeout Punks are going to get to on the other side when they start their push. So every point really does matter.
Yeah, it really does. And with just under a minute to play, that's going to be 3 down on the side of Mictlan. Wipeout Punks with missiles and the inkjet at the ready, and they're going to be utilizing both of them right here, right now, to try to break their way through the second checkpoint and the street. But their inkjet's going to get shut down. That is a major loss there for Wipeout Punks. They're going to hold on to this tower going through that second checkpoint. They're going to try to brute force their way to the lead.
Jean's going to come from the side. Clutch missiles. John goes down. Rin stays alive though. Jean is going to look to go take out Quan. Quan is gonna find those shots. This is so tight. Those little jump-ins that happen have really proven to be the difference right now. But how much more? They push it over the line. They get what they need. Quan gets more shots down. Ring on tower. Captain Bad. The rest of the members of Wipeout Punks. But can Jean come from the top ropes? Get on the tower. Not in time. Oh my goodness, Wipeout Punks. Just through at the end.
What on earth? Wow, what a game between these two teams. Following the disconnect, Mictlan Heroes was making a statement in that disconnect game, and now going into the reset here, it was just a completely clean slate, and Wipeout Punks, I think, learned from some of their early mistakes there, managed to address them, focused on preserving life just a little bit more, and that allowed them to stay in that game consistently before finding that final opportunity to break through the street, utilize those specials to their advantage, and apply all that pressure so that they can work their way up to that third checkpoint and the lead.
I cannot believe how tight all the sets that we've how intense all the sets that we've had so far are. All of them have had action. We've had some 3-0s and stuff like that, but like all the sets so far that we've had today have been action packed.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
What screams more action than Rainmaker?
Oh boy, I think some people will have a variety of answers for that one.
It is action. You cannot deny. It is chaotic action, and it is action. It
is indeed action, and I think for some people it's not their favorite action, but it is action nonetheless.
The action of minus 80 coming up on the screen in solo queue. Because they died and their team's too dog water to stop the Rainmaker. Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
but luckily this is a private battle. We have no X-rank points here.
Yeah, I was gonna say none of these players are dog water. Like, these are all some really, really solid players here. So we can definitely anticipate a strong back and forth game between these two if the previous 3 games had anything to say about it. So I mean, at this point, kind of just thinking through things, what sort of adjustments do either of these teams make?
I don't even know. Like, it's been close. It's been good. Do we go back to the E-Liter on one shot? One shot has been doing well, but it's Rainmaker. He's probably stick with the Jet. I don't know. Mictlan's playing well. Wipeout Punks have been playing well. They swap up their comp. John on the Jet. Excuse me. What now?
What? John on the C-Jet? Interesting. Definitely not the pick I anticipate. I mean, like, in a Rainmaker Snapper comp, having a Jet is very common. I just wasn't anticipating it coming out of John.
Yeah.
Because we've seen John playing more shots and things like that. So definitely a little bit of an interesting pick here. We'll see how it works out for them. This could be a point of focus for Mictlan Heroes to try to contest this. And sure enough, they've used that Booyah Bomb to try to pressure John when that's in a position that we don't normally see them in.
No, and also not being able to paint their own feet to get away from that Rainmaker in one shot, proving that the Rainmaker is also capable of doing one shot. But Captain Bad with the Junior and its main weapon, its sub weapon, the Splat Bomb, coming out clutch to stop that Rainmaker.
Yeah, and so early on here, Mictlan Heroes do get the early lead there, but Wipeout Punks trying to build up some of these specials. They do go 2 down, so that's going to force the jump outs here. So not much going to happen for Wipeout Punks here, as they're going to go for the full reset. Mictlan Heroes, though, on the other hand, going to try to pick this one up, and look at Gene just holding that flat. And ready to cause a lot of havoc. They're going to run it right down mid, just pushing it as far as they can. 42 remains they're going to settle for, but that Stingray also going to shut them down. A nice Stingray there by John after a little bit of a bumpy start there, but 3 down! They should pick up this Rainmaker!
No! Didn't know where the Nautilus was! This is going to be tight. You can't go through the wall because of suction bombs. They wait up for the suction bombs to be thrown, and then they go...
Oh wow, that was some very narrow timing there that Mictlan Heroes needed to convert on. And they capitalized on that, I think, as best as they physically could have, adding on about 20 more points to the scoreboard. And now they're going to dig Wipeout Punks into a very big hole here that they're going to have to figure out how to come back from at this point. But they do have 3 specials online. So they could try to utilize those with this Rainmaker reset to try to make something happen. But they're going to have to be very smart about this.
That patient game on that special was absolutely insane. Waiting and waiting and waiting. So amazing. But now, Wipeout Punks, this is an opportunity. John going for the Stingray 1v1. Doesn't catch out the Stingray in time. Isn't able to win that Hunter's Fury Stingray duel. But now, this is their opportunity. Not enough space created with the specials. Soy Pan now has that Booyah Bomb. Does get shredded out and yeet it towards the Rainmaker. But can Wipeout Punks find enough footing and get the eliminations they need to get this push really on its feet?
Yeah, they've been holding on to this Rainmaker for quite some time. Finally going to get a shut down there at 55 remaining. So that's where this push is going to stall for now. Look at Rindo just dancing around, trying to stay alive. Doing a good job there. Able to pop these missiles. They do have Mictlan Heroes pretty backed up right now, so I don't think this door is quite closed yet. It looks like they're going to try to make a run for that Rainmaker, but unfortunately it is going to reset before they can get their hands on it. But with 2 down here, they're going to go for the quick pop and possibly pick this up. Yes, they do, and they're going to just try to pick up where they had left off. Look at how much green, though, is on this map right now, Genie.
So much. So much. I want to know who has the Rainmaker right now. If it's John, I'm a little bit worried because they won't be able to get the raid. But oh, it is Captain Bad. So they do have the raid. But the only thing is, it's only really two members alive. And that's not having your junior holding the Rainmaker being escorted by a Jet Sculptor is not what you want to be having happening. You want that Jet Sculptor to be popping that ray with the other front lines escorting the junior who's holding.
Oh, and Mictlan Heroes now definitely going to pick up this Rainmaker. They're going to swing it all the way to the left, and they're going to try to put this in a slightly awkward position here over by their bike. But Rin is pushed up really far here. They were going for this massive flank, able to shut down that Rainmaker, and they're going to hope to get this pick on the CJ as well, which they do, but finally going to get shut down by the Tri-Slosher and Gene. So that was a really strong stand that they were putting together, though, and they possibly could have capitalized on that if they had won that 1v1 against Gene there. Yeah, that could be in a different scenario so often if just these little micro adjustments have changed from either of these teams. This is, I don't know, I keep saying tight, but like the amount of closeness, I'm gonna use a new word that I'm creating and adding to the dictionary because it's funny and I want to change it up, between these two teams. It's incredible. Yeah, and now, though, Mictlan Heroes are going to camp this Rainmaker. So they're going to go for one last effort here with the H-Jet, but no one's going to fall just.
Oh, they got it!
They got the Rainmaker!
They got it!
They bought themselves overtime.
Yeah, but Gene's here!
Look at Gene!
Free KDA! Wait, the Rainmaker, though!
They just need to grab this Rainmaker, but G gonna get shut down there. A scramble now from the Wipeout punks to grab that Rainmaker and just stay alive here. Look at how many members are trying to collapse it on this Rainmaker. They're 2 down now, but they still hold on to this Rainmaker. 47 seconds on that Rainmaker. The Ray's gonna shut this one down possibly, plus the 10 missiles on Quad. The Quad survives both.
How are Wipeout punks still in this? They threw everything in the kitchen sink at them. How can they still do this? Are they gonna make this push? Missiles are coming out again. They're starting to make their aggression, but here they come from the side, and that's gonna be Mictlan sending this from Gene's heroics on the try at the end. The final flank is what sends us to game 5. Oh my goodness, have we had a crazy set so far.
Oh, GD, my heart. Oh, I'm getting too old for this.
I commentated a tournament today, thinking, oh, it's gonna be easy. I screamed my voice out for 30 minutes earlier today because of the Splatoon 3 Direct. I went to work at a restaurant calling out orders. My voice in the morning will be nothing but just non-existent.
Oh man, I feel you, because I have a student to tutor after this, and
I feel for you.
They're definitely gonna be like, man, are you okay?
I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna sound like a horse, and I'm gonna talk to a horse, and they won't understand what I'm saying. Climb, let's run up it. This will be our last set on the mic.
Oh yes, and I think this
I need
definitely should be, yeah.
I need it. Luckily, I'm looking in the waiting room, and I see Marsh, and I see. Not gonna go anywhere. Yes. Especially with this game 5 coming up. Clamblitz on Piranha. I want to see both Jet Squelchers here. Jet Squelchers on that Stingray. I want to see missiles. Why? Not because it's entertaining, but because it's good. It's just good. If you can't stop if you can't stop that Ray from coming, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yep, that is definitely the case. Although, I mean, possibility that E-Leader comes out again from one shot. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see, because it is a nice open area for that E-Leader to drive as well. But I do think that we probably will be seeing like a C-Jet v C-Jet one more time to just wrap this one up. And here's the first C-Jet. There's the second C-Jet, but
Captain
this time it's in the hands of Captain Bad.
We're playing musical chairs on the side of Wipeout punks. Like, you get a C-Jet, and you get a C-Jet, and you get a C-Jet. Okay. The more rays, the merrier, I guess.
Yes, so here we go. Both teams getting their rays out really early here. Captain Bad able to get the first pick with their ray. And now a bunch of clams being picked up by both of these teams, but it's Wipeout punks that are able to get these early picks and get a stronger grip of this clam economy. And now with Quan on this Inkjet pushing up towards this basket, putting a lot of pressure on Mictlan here, is pushing him all the way into the useless. That's going to result in the opening push coming from Wipeout punks. But how many clams can they follow up with? That is going to be the question here.
Good. 50, 40, 47. That's a strong opening minute push. Not game breaking, but definitely good on this map. This map can snowball extremely fast due to the fact that there's so flat areas, and that where the spawns are located don't really allow the defenders to shut down the attackers from being able to plant those clams into the basket.
Yeah, precisely. And now with the Wipeout punks, that's the Ray's gonna shut down that jump before it can get in there. I think they were definitely trying to preserve some of that special there. So an excellent shutdown there by one shot. And now, though, can they convert on this? It doesn't seem like they're in quite the position to do so yet, as Wipeout punks maintains a strong control of this clam economy. And Mictlan Heroes are going to have to find a couple of really big picks, hopefully get some clam drops as well in their favor before they can even think about making this push here. Because right now, Wipeout punks have such strong control of this game.
A two-ish down scenario on the side of Mictlan, but they should have the respawns now, and that Ray does come up, gets one, but not much space in mid has been accrued. Another try has gone down, though, and Soy does not able to land those shots through the 52 gal. 52 gal RNG coming up at the worst possible time, but that Jet is able to shut down 2, 3 members of the side of Wipeout Punks falling. This is Mictlan's opportunity. They need to take it when they have it.
They certainly do. And this is the best opportunity that they have seen in 2.5 minutes. So now they have to capitalize on it. They're slowly working their way forward. Oh, wait! Was a suction bomb? Where did that come from? Able to shut down a player of Mictlan Heroes there. And then now this is quickly flipped back on its head. That's going to be 3 down on the side of Mictlan Heroes. Just off of that first suction bomb, it fell apart for Mictlan Heroes. And now they don't have anything going for them. And Wipeout Punks are back in control of this entire map.
They have all the map. They don't have that many clams, but the clams will spawn. The clams will spawn, and they'll spawn where they have the paint, because they have all of mid painted. Captain Bad goes for a one-and-done push, but I don't know. That's gonna, like, let so much of mid go. Quan needs to find these shots in mid as well to help the team try and stay alive in that mid fight. John able to help as well. Wants to stay alive from this Ray, though. Tossing that power climb is going to be good so they don't get spotted out. But unfortunately, I believe they're going to lose another member trying to keep that alive. Soy, so close to this power climb. Has that Booyah Bomb. Mictlan, opportunity to go in here. Led by one shot.
Yeah, and they do push back that Nautilus. So here comes the first power clam from one shot. But do they have the follow-up now? Gene with about 7 clams here that they're going to be able to pile into the basket. And now they just need 4 more to tie. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here, as Gene once again tried to put on some heroics here to keep that position alive, but smartly going to be backing out there after getting that initial pick. So now with a minute to play, Mictlan Heroes are found themselves within striking distance to possibly get back this lead.
A power and 5. A power and 4 will tie. A power and 5 will give them the lead. With 40 seconds left on the clock, I feel like if they wait a little bit, the power and 5 will give them the game and the series.
Yes, but they're going to have to play this pretty careful and smart here. They're going to pick up this power clam, going to save it. And with 2 down here, this is their opportunity. They do have the number of clams to get the lead here. And there it is. They have a 1 clam lead. And I think that's it. They don't have any other follow-up here. So with 15 seconds to play, it is going to give Wipeout Punks 2 power clams to work with because they have the previous pity plus the new pity to work with. And now they're going to have overtime to slowly work their way towards this basket. They're going to now have 20 seconds to make this happen and get back the lead. It's 1 power clam. Will do it for them.
Are they close enough? No! So close! So close! And that was just a pixel or 2 closer. I believe Wipeout Punks would have taken this. But that's going to be Mictlan coming up clutch in the final moments. Taking this insane best of 5 in your SOS top 8. Oh, that was so close.
Wow. What a heartbreaker there for Wipeout Punks. They had it. They had it in their hand. And at the end there, it just wasn't in the cards for them. But I mean, kudos to Mictlan Heroes. They played their hearts out in that last one to be able to fight back and get control of the lead. And I mean, I think honestly, kudos to both of these teams. They poured their hearts and souls into this set, and no matter which side of it you're on, you should be very proud of how this set played out.
Yeah, I don't like mentioning the so oftentimes our little points thing here, even though it's really fun. But it was 84% to 16 in the side of Mictlan. That's a huge underdog story. And for it to come down to literally 1 clam is insane.
Wow.
That's insane. Great showing.
A round of applause for both of these teams for putting on a fantastic show here in round 1 of the Great White Bracket.
But yeah, we gotta get out of here because like this set went on long. DC, this on the other thing.
That's true.
Kirby, we're gonna have Kirby's Fruit Fury and gas prices coming out after this. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off and then you'll sign off after me. If that's unless you want to sign off first. You want to go?
You go ahead, Genie. Where can the people of our chat find you?
Everyone can find me at Genie7. That's 3 E's Genie7 on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming Splatoon 1 this coming Monday. If you guys want to have a quick run back at Splatoon 1. But yeah, you can also find me, hopefully, this weekend on SAC. Definitely here on IPL.
Awesome. And as for me, you're going to find me tutoring someone in about 1 minute here. But on Twitter, you can find me at DRF_Splatoon and on Twitch at TritonDRF. Thank you all so much for joining us here for a phenomenal tournament so far. 9 and Marsh going to bring you home here for hopefully a one-of-a-kind SOS. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss it.
Good morning, gamers! We're here, me and Mr. Grains himself. We're here to make fun of some teams and make some nice calls for the other team. Anyway, Nine, how we feeling?
Well, I feel like at some point I would also like to commentate, so
No,
we're just simply roasting. Okay.
We are literally here just to make fun of Dream. I'm a big Andy Power hater. I don't know about you.
I kind of like Power. Zero and Kyo less so, but
I see. I understand.
Yeah.
Terra, I'm a Terra fan, honestly.
Yeah, Terra. We can shake hands on Terra.
I'll shake on that. All right.
On the other side, though, we did get to see a great set. The Mictlan Heroes just played a very tight victory, inches from losing it there in that Clam Blitz game. We lamented the fact that the Clam jump was not quite close enough to get the score, but them's the breaks. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and they held firm.
Yeah, they had the spirit, but it wasn't enough to take them out. So, looks like Splatstone's Inkblot, fair and balanced gameplay coming up.
So fair and balanced that they're bringing it back for another game. How about that?
It's crazy even. I honestly, I'm cool with the 1-to-1 port here. I'd be down for more blockers because I hate getting sniped personally. But, you know.
Yeah, they probably will make a subtle change or two, and we were actually talking a little bit kind of in the back here about what changes they're going to make to some of the Splatoon 2 maps, because we assume that there will be at least a change or two. So
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, as things stand though, it's hard to talk about this map in a way that it hasn't been talked about already.
It's the neutral stage. It's like, you know, going to PS2 and Smash. Everyone does it. Everyone loves the stage. It's perfect for everyone. A little bit of something for every weapon. Maybe not Grok. I don't know what that weapon does.
Well, we'll take a look and see what comps the teams are bringing out here as we do get started here with Game 1. This is a best of 5, as some of you have probably discernibly noticed.
Oh, look at that. Is that... Oh, power. Power. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh, well, you know whose chat to go to right now. Let Power know how disappointed we are that this...
Yeah, I'm thoroughly disappointed. If I don't see Swiffer next round, I will be. Now, their main goal here, I think, is to take down Tent, because Tent is cringe, and I hate Brellas. They prevent me from playing my shooters, and, you know. Get rid of that? Oh, well. I don't even think...
This is
wait.
Yeah, okay.
Tent?
Not bad.
Take down Tent?
I thought Terra probably had an opportunity to close that shot out, but gets a much more difficult, remarkably. And yeah, Terra's still over there. They're not going to be able to come down from here. Power's going to rotate.
I thought that Terra was going to go in, but it sounded like they were kind of a coward there. But I guess maybe it was a smarter play.
Yeah, they held long enough to jump in. Terra, even like from the start, Terra's always been really, really good at, I don't know, just kind of being a distraction with the tent and knowing not when to go in. So
they may be good with tent, but they're not good at keeping track of the zone. I don't know. It took them a minute. They still haven't even capped it. I don't know what they're doing.
I can wager exactly what's going on in their chat right now, which is...
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't cap the zone in a minute, so are they even good at the game? Come on, man. 4 bombs, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's actually a great point here. I want people in chat to go look up and try to tell me where in the world of Splatoon 2 any of these players have come up with an achievement or an accolade of any sort.
Dude, I don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to get their first weekly win, you know? They haven't done one in a while. They're a little washed up. I did see Power playing a couple nights ago in person. Let me tell you, that man's stance, kind of intimidating, to be honest.
Speaking of intimidating here, Mictlan here is actually doing a great job breaking out there. So it was kind of awkward the way that they did that. I think that the members of Dream are playing a little lackadaisical right there, overextending some, because I think that it was just one person getting taken out, and then the triple shooter comp just is able to swarm around the rest of it.
Oh, Terra getting absolutely outskilled by the superior 52 gal.
Nice, that's another one down. Okay.
Yeah, they got some good control booyah to stop this right here.
Yeah.
Dude, they're looking kind of nice right here. It's just kind of clean.
They are. Kyo's got the bubbles here. What happens off of these bubbles is going to kind of determine the rest of this match.
If Soy... Oh!
They know.
Kyo can smell the fear. He knew.
Yeah. That's that awkward spot where, like, you've already kind of seeded the fact that the zone is going to be taken here by those bubbles, so I think there you have to make the decision really quick. You either dive on the bubble user or you jump back to spawn, because they know you're there, you've already given up the zone. It's just, you know, it's one of those spots where there's not a lot you can really pull out of that.
Yeah, and they got that, they had the plat for a little bit, which, if the enemy team takes your plat, it's a little scary, just a bit. Oh, good snipe! Good snipe! Love to see it.
Yep.
And they did loot. Oh, bomb.
Kyo has not been playing this weapon for very long. I want to note.
No, well, that's because he's playing bomb combo. He's only using Squeezer for the bomb combo. Let's be real.
I mean,
he's landed all his bomb combos, and he's used bubbles successfully. Perfect.
It's true, but I mean, Squeezer's been one of those weapons that feel like for a long time, he and FT Win as a whole have been trying to figure out ways to work into their comp. They've had like 3 different players play it, so they're believers in it, and there you go.
You know what? Maybe Kyo needs to get back to the lab a little bit there. I was just praising your bomb combos there, buddy. I don't know what happened. Dang, good take back there. They took down Kyo, and everything just kind of fell apart right there. Oh, yeah. And Kyo goes down? Oh my goodness!
And Power went down as well, so, okay. I mean, And Kyo goes down again? I don't even know what that was.
That was called skill issue. This is they gotta get back soon. They got 1 minute left.
Yeah, I was gonna say these missiles won't do a ton in terms of displacement because I think Zero was the only person who could follow up. Terra came on the left side. That's actually huge there. Terra working that left side means nobody's gonna be able to go over and flank. Zero,
okay,
why? Why are you attacking?
This is a certified bruh moment. The last thing you want to see is rushing the charger and getting one-tapped. Terra also getting one-tapped here. Oh my goodness, they're all W King!
Oh my god.
I hope they lose. I
do too. I really do.
Please do not let them get away with this. I'm begging you. Okay. Alright, in the corner. Double combo. Oh, wall. Oh, Q's still alive though. They need to kill Q.
Yeah, this is so well played by Soy here. This is so well played by Soy to move up.
Oh, team comp. Tragedy. Unfortunately,
Soy played that moment perfectly, where you swim past the bubbles, and I think that there was again just a slight moment of like subtle indecision where there was a chance to get a pick onto Power, but they backed up to go and try to take out Kyo in the bubbles. And then after that didn't go so well, they worked back and Power was able to clean up on that with Terra rotating over.
Option paralysis right there, unfortunately. It happens to the best of us, you know. You have so many choices. It's the classic scenario of someone's jumping in, but there's also someone right next to them that doesn't see you. Who do you kill?
Actually, you know what? Let's open that one up a little bit since we're kind of in the middle of the games here because Marsh, some of you at home might not believe this, but Marsh at one time was a top competitive Splatoon 2 player.
I was pretty good at the video game, contrary to popular belief.
Contrary to popular belief. But so you're someone who has kind of been faced with that decision, and I've always said that the decisiveness of really strong teams and really strong players is that almost intangible that it's so hard to recognize until you start seeing how many seconds and subtle turns that you shave off. So in those moments where you do get kind of, paralysis by analysis, like how do you determine what the best option is? So
for me, I actually still have to make this decision because for those of you that know, I played Splatoon on Deep Blues back in the day. We were pretty darn good. I'm ranked 1 Rainmaker for one season. But making those close calls, especially against teams that you know are better than you, right? Teams that you know where their players, you're probably going to lose that 1v1. Or, you know, if you don't make the action quickly, they're going to team you and you get clapped instantly. So to me, it's kind of a measuring who's going to cause the biggest impact. Right there, they have the choice between killing Power, right? Or going to help kill Kyo. There, I would probably just commit to taking out Power. Because if you take out Power there, they don't have a backline anymore. They lose their Ray, which I don't know why Power is running Ray on Splat Zone's actually kind of deranged. But losing Power right there means that they don't have to worry about someone cleaning them up from afar, right? They only have to worry right in front of them. And they know Power's going to hit his shots, right? So getting rid of him means you can play a little safer, take a moment to breathe. Going back for Kyo means that you get rid of that terrifying frontliner who's already pushed forward, but Power can just clean you up. So, you know, it's a lot less risky for more reward to go for the backline player that you know hits everything. And as you can see, Power's playing lane. Look at that GG Ray, fellas. Don't you love Ray?
This is some 2018-2019 Splatoon right here. Well, you send your backliner to build a 10-second Ray, and you just hope you win the 3v4 in mid with the assistance.
Thankfully they lost for playing such cringe strategies. I hate Power anyway for hitting his shots. As we can see here, as I said, Power's going to hit every single shot he takes, basically. So you need to make sure he can't make those shots by eliminating him as fast as you can.
Yep. The order of operations I once heard the legendary pixelated Cody describe. There's a name some of you might not know. Some Splatoon 1 veterans will remember, but he once described the order of operations every time you take an engagement as Power!
Clip that right now. I want that framed on my wall. Masterpiece play right there. Simply beautiful.
Very good. And I really want to give... Actually, the person who did... Zero, please kill. The person who really deserves that, though, is whoever didn't make the call out that the flank was happening. That was the real hero of that play.
True. We love bad call-outs.
We do.
Yeah, Power did not have information there and made a poor choice. Zero also made a poor choice. W King, as usual.
Yeah, that was Mictlan Heroes has actually been doing a pretty good job of setting up their sharks to make it a little difficult where they're going to come from, but it does seem like in the process of that, they haven't been able to secure like 2 or 3 down, which is what they'd actually need to get anything meaningful off the shark. It's so difficult when you're playing a team that spreads out well and spreads out properly to make any real snowball. So that was good, but again, like the members rotate over and mitigate the damage.
But that play, I'm going to be real with you, incredibly dumb. There was 2 of them there, and you know Kyo's probably going to kill you. I don't know how they got away with that, but excellent work. You didn't deserve it, but you outskilled them, so good job.
Yeah, I mean, what's the term execution test? Like, if it's a bad play, prove to me why it's a bad play.
Yeah, and they proved me otherwise, so maybe. Yeah. Although they're kind of Terra with the silly. I love those beacons on those sides. That's so goofy. Yeah. Now I have witnessed. I think. Oh, thank you, Power. Very cool. They got bubbles online too. They just burned an armor on the other side. And Power. Oh, the code's going in.
Yeah, they don't actually. Yeah, this is rough. They don't have a lot of resources to be able to do this with. They only have 1 missile. Yep. Now there.
They don't have power. This is perfect.
Nice.
The last thing I want to see is Inkjet recall.
Yeah.
This is good though. I mean, Terra's gonna respond, but like, what are they gonna do?
Well, keep them from getting to mid is probably the real answer here.
As long as you pretend the umbrella isn't real, it probably can't hurt you.
Correct.
It'll fall off you like 5 times and you might die, but like, I'm willing to take that gamble.
Oh my god, Kyo's up there too. What in the world are we doing? Right. This is madness.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're dead, Terra. You deserve that. Man's decided to sit in the corner where the umbrella blocks the whole entrance and still die. How do you manage that?
Yeah, and I don't even know where Zero is. Zero, okay, probably respawning, but this is the good look here. They've positioned themselves here. 1-shot's in a great spot. They've got the people in plat that needs to be. Arturia needs to move up pretty quick here though, because Terra's gonna go down into in the pit and make him die for tower.
Cass messed him up. 2 down.
Yeah.
Soya, okay.
Yeah.
Soya.
Yeah.
Yo, alright, looking clean. Clean them up. Kill with that saucy flank, but kind of not really doing it. They got the booyah. Clean them up. Beautiful. Soy is kind of going mental here. Oh no, the bomb! Oh, it's so good! Oh my goodness, dude, Soy went absolutely insane.
Yep, all the way at the top of the screen there. That is not like. I know that we're kind of beating the chops out of Dream here for basically eschewing every fundamental that you're supposed to have when you play this game. But when it comes down to the fights, right, you still got to execute against them here. And Soy with that K52, absolutely nutty at the top of the screen. So great job by Mictlan Heroes there, punishing the opportunities that Dream gave them. And, you know, making some big defenses. I was initially pretty nervous when that push started from Dream, because they weren't close to Booyah Bomb, and they'd use their missiles in the front end of the push. And oftentimes, if you have your K-Shot use missiles, and then the opponent attacks you, your K-Shot's one of the first people to take the fight, which means they can't typically build their missiles.
Also, when you see the 10 umbrella start getting into spawn, that's a really bad sign. That's like, I generally feel like if you let the 10 get into your base, you've lost the game. You have like 10 seconds to deal with them, or else you lose.
Well, and the art of playing around a 10th umbrella shield is kind of lost these days because, well, nobody does it anymore. It's not the skill that it used to be back when you had, you know, Wadsum and Sendo and Gray and all these players at the top level running around with tent.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing really to stop them would have been like hammer, and that's about it.
Yeah, or the other team's tent.
True, but now we have the blessings of K52, which is just tent 2, but it can't move.
But it can fight.
Now Rainmaker though, now that's the mode. Personally, I hope to see a KO within 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'll be disappointed. Yo, is that an L3? Hold up. Yo, Kyo, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm a big Kyo fan now. Love Kyo. Man is playing the best weapon in the game. Like, so good.
It is a good weapon. Bran actually recently talked about this weapon and how he really likes it, but he doesn't feel like it fits what needs to happen right now, but it's I don't know. It is a weapon that I think is just like this type of kit the
So good for
first
me.
snowball special on top of
Wait,
fast
hold on.
weapon on top of burst.
Wait, hold on. Did
Whoa,
someone
whoa,
say
whoa, whoa,
burst fast? Are we schmooving out here? Hold on, fellas. We're kind of we're out of here. Oh, what are they gonna do? They got a wall down. They're going. And it's good. It was almost good. It was almost good.
That is the lowest that I have ever seen the Inkling come down. Oh,
Wait,
get him,
hold on.
Soy. Get
Wait,
him, get him.
Go back. Go back. Oh, so close. That was. Now here's the thing. This might be the Rainmaker special. You get it to less than 5 points. You think you got it in the bag. But it all falls apart. And suddenly, before you even know it, that dunk is in progress and it's all over.
Yeah, they've definitely got the snowball potential here with Power's Ray and Kyo's Inkjet to take out as many people as they need. Kyo's in kind of an awkward spot here where you have to protect the backside of the Rainmaker.
Oh no.
Now they're pushed forward ahead, so yep.
Oh,
and that's exactly what I was saying, where they're pushed so far forward ahead, and Kyo was watching the backside. If there was anybody else near mid, that was going to be a push that stopped before it really got started. But you know, that's why you'll see teams oftentimes wait until 2 or 3 are down, because then they don't have to try to make that calculation.
I mean, it was just like, they moved a little faster maybe, it could have been over, but they did have a GG Ray come out. I saw a GG Ray, and not even Umbrella can save you from that one. Now, I want to see, I feel like Mictlan has to play lane here, right? They just play lane, how do they lose? They have just the right specials to stop any given push, and they have a Splash Wall to just stop the Funny Umbrella. Like, if they play this right, surely there's no way they would lose, right? Surely they wouldn't throw.
Yeah, as long as they don't play passive. See, the nice thing about playing a team like Dream is you know that 2 or 3 of their members are running at you, so you can, you know, you can kind of wait for that to emerge. But they got to be careful here. They've moved really far back here, and if Zero is able to move up here with Kyo and take one out, they might get a counter push. But
Rainmaker?
yeah,
Oh, and the bomb!
yeah, very nice.
Now,
Very nice.
so there's 2 plays now. There's the smart play, which is play the game like normal. Now, there's also the based play, which is run it into your base and commence the camping game. Now, I'm a big fan of that one myself.
Are you a fan of it with 2:15 left in the game?
Absolutely. You think I wouldn't do it with 4 minutes left in the game? I'm pretty sure you've seen me do it with like at least 2.5 minutes left.
See, the history books will tell you that Marsh was hyped because he's responsible for several of the greatest pushes in Rainmaker, but Marsh is actually one of the lamest Rainmaker players I've ever seen.
Nothing quite like Splat 1 camping it on the Flounder Heights light post.
It's true.
That one's a classic.
You have laid out pretty perfectly here, though, just how well Kid and Mictlan Heroes is to deal with this. We're really far forward here.
Yeah.
I'm a little stunned by that, Power being so far forward here.
Power
going
is
to try to be a nuisance, but...
You know what it is? You know what it is? Power might have had the magic sauce we had over the weekend. I don't know if he took it home, but we may have acquired some questionable items, and he may be incapacitated right now.
Marsh, would you even...
Listen, it's in the picture I posted.
Well, see, here's the problem. For all of you at home, Marsh is probably just talking about, like, basic hot sauce here. He's probably talking about, like, Taco Bell mild that said the words...
You know, listen, I may have had some slightly spicy stuff this weekend. Okay, or we...
Marsh, I'm trying to throw you a bone here. Please take it.
What? No, I'm being real. Like, we had, like, Omega had these tacos. They were kind of saucy.
Alright, speaking of saucy, we have another push here. Finally, Terra's actually able to make use of the curling bomb rush here. It's going to give them some decent control here. That GG Ray was always going to come out here, but they were able to take out Zero as well. So I think they're actually going to be in a really, really good spot to stop this here. Cass is going to have the Ink armor here. They're going to be about probably halfway.
They got 2 specials. They're going to have all specials for this ending here. It was
Zero's picking it up? Okay.
That's kind of a questionable play. I feel like you should give it to Power Ray.
Well, you got to go now because you got the GG Ray here, and I mean, maybe you try to see if you can get a pop on it, but yeah, I think that they waited just a little bit too long. No, they did grab it again. Never mind, they got the pop. I didn't think you could pop it.
Okay, wait. This might be it. Okay, one Ray comes out. They have missiles in 10 points.
Is there anybody on top?
Missiles online. Missiles inbound. Here we go. Oh, Terra! Okay, one down on both sides. Both their frontliners down, or kind of. Armor comes out. They're gonna rush here. GG Ray, can Terra dodge it? Do they have the jukes? Alright, looks like some ankles are getting shattered.
Another two down.
Oh, jukes! Jukes!
It's
Last
just...
one's the backline.
Oh my God.
The backline's stalling out. The wall? Okay, actually, hold on. Throwing that wall there? Kind of...
Oh.
Alright, beautiful play. Beautiful play right there. Stalling so Terra could not safely approach, and just playing right out of that range, you know? Just a little...
Yeah, that was actually remarkable objective play there by Terra, but that just again shows like how different the game is when you know the opponent has to knock it out.
Now,
and how you can play it.
One Shot's like positioning there was super clean, making sure that they weren't they didn't need to kill, right? They didn't actually need to kill to win the game there. All they had to do was basically set a line down in the sand and say, "Hey, bro, you ain't coming over here. You're going to stay over there? I'm going to wait for my friends, and then we'll deal with you, you know?"
Well, it's rare that you get essentially 3 different GG rays within the last 30 seconds. Like, that first ray that stopped that was with about, like, 32, 33 seconds on the clock to stop it. And then I was initially a little surprised they took so long to pick it up because that let another ray come out. And then they grabbed the Rainmaker with a second left on the clock, and then Terra survived another ray. So... I mean, you know, you laid it out there perfectly. It's, you know, draw a line in the sand, throw your subs, have your ranged players do that. And I think they did a really, really good job of, and, you know, this probably wasn't even something they, like, consciously called out, but it was really important to keep Kyo from getting a chance to build up consistent inkjets there. Because I feel like that was the only thing that really could have broken through their position.
Basically, and even then they had the armor online. They were like, as I said, there was no way they were going to lose that with that comp and that points. Like, that the fact that it had to be a KO, right? And they just had the perfect... They had everything set up to go their way. All they had to do is just relax, play lane, win games, you know?
It's true.
And even then, they didn't really play lane. They still played to push. They didn't really play lane until the last 30 seconds, at which point, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So, now, Flame Blitz on Humpback. I think we're going to see at least one goofy comp, right? Surely they're going to play something dumb here, because Humpback is kind of funny sometimes.
Humpback is funny. I actually don't hate Humpback on this mode compared to some of the others, because...
I hate Humpback.
Well, okay. Okay, we've run that one into the ground. There's no discussion to be had here.
Absolutely not.
We did get something funny here, though. Power switching over to the bamboo.
Finally, Power playing a decent weapon that he's actually good with. Took him long enough. Man's been sandbagging the whole time. Like, bruh, where them chargers at?
You were praising his custom jet earlier, Marsh.
No, I was simply saying that he was playing cringe, and therefore it was carrying him. That was not Power skill. This is Power skill, though.
Yeah, firing missiles. Very good, very good. There we go. Excellent. There we go. We can finally praise it now here, too.
There we go. He finally hit one, fellas. It took him so long, but he did it.
Yeah, needs to work here, though. Cass has done a great job maneuvering around here. Might actually get power, too. Yeah, I'm not even sure what Terra does in that situation. That was a horrible spot to be. Like, I don't think you go for the score there. Yeah, well, that was the correct answer there. Yeah, I don't think that you can go for that score, because you know that you're not going to be able to follow up on it, and I don't know. I mean... We're pretty far into the Clean Blitz meta right now. I think
big W key. Hold on, we got a W here.
Well, of course, this is nothing new.
But they're not dead yet. That's the thing. That's the thing now.
Oh no, I think they got armor part way through
it. See, sometimes all you gotta do is hold forward. That's all you need.
Yeah, well, Terra switching back to the end zap, I think, definitely shows that they're like we're kind of we're kind of getting our butts kicked right now. So let's switch back here and play this weapon, and it is funny that NZAP 85 is the big gun, but it's true.
Terra over here like holding this giant tentacle going, all right, fellas, I gotta bust out the big guns. Grabs plastic Nintendo Zapper.
Yep,
it's time, and looks like it's doing pretty good, but maybe not enough. Maybe he needs a bigger gun. Might need to go junior or something here.
That's a thought.
I know it'd be a little scary, but I'm sure the other team can handle it. Because they are, I mean, this is plans. They've been sitting here for like 2 minutes. Someone score, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, they've been, I don't know, I'm a little surprised at how much ground that they've ceded there. That was an odd little exchange there in the middle of the map where it felt like...
They heard me.
Yeah.
I
Where
was being patient, and they did it for me.
it felt like they were giving up way too much space too quickly there, and I think part of that was again because Terra was carrying the clam, so it meant that couldn't work up there because that initial push that they got was started by Terra. So
yeah, it just kind of all fell apart real quick, and
Soy has a chance top of the screen there to crash in.
yeah, I feel like Soy has been just doing some insane work with this 52. Like the big thing to me is winning fights with like Zero and Kyo consistently, because historically they are insane slayers, right? Beating them in 1v1 is you don't really do that. So the fact that they've been able to hold their ground most of the time, really solid work.
Well, and it's been a lot of like sharking too, and sharking I feel like right now is
the perfect time bomb.
The perfect bomb. I mean, okay. Counterpoint though, they kind of got the lead, and this has been an extremely slow game.
yes, but it would have been a bigger lead.
Yeah. But
now they've actually gotten Soy out of the way here, so if they are able to take a little bit of space after they survive these missiles here.
They may have gotten Soy out of the way, but Soy's already back, so I don't know if it matters. Oh, Booyah! Hold on! Wait, why did they... What was that Booyah?
There was somebody over there on that side, so...
I mean, sure, but like, hey, bro, that was kind of, been a little better power? Yo? What you doing? Oh, it looks like they're feeding, that's what they're doing. And although that was a good distraction, I'll give them that. They knew that they weren't going to win fights, so they just kind of existed. They're like, hey, bro, we can't win, so we're just going to feed. Let our teammates score some points.
Yeah.
They got to get carried somehow, you know?
And a pretty substantial push at that here. It's going to take 2 power clams and a regular clam?
Yeah. That 1 point difference, because the thing is, it's like, yeah, it's only 1 point, but that's a whole clam, you know? Like, the difference between 1 and 3 points doesn't matter, almost ever, because it's all the same. So, and when you only have 2 power clams, say, on a jump-in, you know, that's not enough. You gotta have one more.
Yeah, and they don't have the conventional push-in special that you might see here. They've got a lot of sustain, but, of course, you have to score to earn the right to sustain your push, so...
Yeah, and,
that goes.
one super, but this isn't looking super good. We got 40 seconds left. Okay, wait, hold on. I think Zero went down there?
Yeah, Zero went down,
Zero
K
down.
shot down as well.
Yo, sharking for 20 years, going in! Doesn't get it.
Yeah, did bait out the armor. They have the resources to win the game here.
Oh, here come missiles. Alright, they have, okay, Zap's down, okay. I think this might be good. They're passing back. Clean up Kyo. Okay, hold on, they have to book it. They don't have much time left. They have to kill power here, or else it's GG's. Trade?
Okay.
No, you have to hold. Oh, they had to hold forward there. They don't have time. I don't think they win this.
No, I think they do. I think they have the time here.
Oh, they dropped the ball.
They swung back in. Oh, man.
That was so down to the wire. That had to be like frames off from hitting game, right?
Yeah.
I thought the ball was gonna be spinning there, and I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah, that was extremely close in both ways. They got the score just in time, and they actually were, less than a second away from scoring the other one, too. And if they score that one in, I have to assume somebody worms their way through and scores that last clam, so...
Yeah, alright. Now, I'm not one to call out, folks, but I just want to talk to One Shot real quick. Alright, bro? Just between me and you. I see 11 KA and 11 missiles. I'm not trying to say anything, but you know.
I'll say something. That's a good game. And don't let Marsh talk you down.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying, if it was 11, not missiles, that would be pretty funny. I just hate missiles. 11 hammers goes hard, though.
Yeah, it goes hard into the dumpster.
How can you say these things, Nine? I'm just trying.
Marsh, I'm not a writer. I'm a reader.
Y'all hear this?
Okay? I read the book. The book tells me that missiles are really strong. And that hammer hasn't been relevant since Arashi used it at Genesis 4.
Counterpoint. It became relevant when Shadow threw it through the ground to kill people, and that was funny.
That is pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. I'm a big fan of breaking the game. I hope so much that in Splat 3 Day 1, we have game-breaking glitches where I can ruin the game for everyone but me. and then laugh maniacally. You ever remember back in the day, Splat 1, where on Bluefin Depot, you take the Rainmaker on left side, hop behind the wall, and squeeze into some collision, and then camp it for the rest of the match, because no one else knows how to do the glitch. I'm a big fan of that.
In Game 5, here in Modern Worlds, on a good map,
What?
we have traditional Splat Zones comps coming out from both sides here.
Hold on, there's an E-leader. That's not traditional.
It is in Japan.
Well, I hate Japan now.
Wow.
So, how dare they play Chargers in my video game? Listen, if you don't play a weapon I like, I don't like you. That's the way it works.
What a sweeping statement to make, but no, this is I will say one big thing to note from that last game is a great swarm there from Soy crashing
I
in.
was say, we got one big thing to note here, and that's Soy's KA going out to the moon.
So I will say at the start of that last game, it did seem like Mictlan Heroes was a little bit caught off guard by the extra mobility that Terra's NZAP brought them, simply because, you know, that's what the NZAP does. But as the game went on, they really started to adapt and kind of play at that pace, and they haven't really relinquished it yet here. Great job by One Shot moving around these missiles. That's Terra gone. That's another one gone here. That's a lot of pushing power gone.
Yeah, but
they are going to lose the zone here, but I've liked what I've seen from them so far.
Start play from One Shot, getting out of there, said, hey bro, I ain't hitting anything else, I'm gonna take a breather. I want to see power just explode here randomly. That'd be really funny. There's something cathartic about watching him get beat up by another Charger, you know? I'm a big fan of that. I'm also a big fan of
DCs.
Oh no! Oh no. That's a replay. So replay rules is 230 or the team, whatever, so in this case, Mictlan Hero, because they're winning, right? The score for Dream was not below 50, so it's a replay.
Yep.
That's a little tragic, though. I really hope we don't see another one of those.
Yep. Got a nice view through the reticle here.
Yeah. Power got the schmooze. Looking kind of clean over here. Look at him go. Woo, woo, woo. He's practicing for next game. You know, gotta jump over those little what's it called? The wave bouncer, something like that.
Yeah, like wave bounces. Wave bounce is what it's called. Yeah, it's a Mario Party minigame. Also, I feel like I told myself I wouldn't talk too much about Splat 3 here.
Oh no, it's time. We got time in between matches.
Wave bouncer, like I feel like people are sleeping on.
I am so sleeping that, like, dude, I am just out. I am. Like,
see, Marsh, you're thinking too much.
Bro,
you're thinking too Splat 2. You're thinking too Splat 2.
Listen, you gotta understand, I'm godlike at Mario Party. This is nothing for me. Like, game's easy.
Try to take a holistic approach, please.
Just don't bigger picture. Forehead. Simply hit the jump button. It's that easy. Anyway, what's also easy is Mictlan Heroes run back. You know, they had the DC. They just wanted to get a feel for their team real quick, and now they're gonna mess them up real quick.
Yep, they had the DC. They also had a pretty solid lead pre-DC, so it's always nice when you have the lead pre-DC, because then you can come back in with full confidence.
Yeah, you don't feel bad. Also, they got the zone in 5 seconds. They said, "Hey, bro, hand it over."
Yeah, this is a very modern way of approaching Splat zones, where you give the opponent the zone really early on to try to build your missiles, and then you try to get the snowball off of your missiles that come through that. It's sort of a slightly more mobile approach of the old strategy that people would do with their rays back in the day.
Or the even older strategy, the classic of wear last ditch and throw to 30. There's no way you can lose.
Hey, if you outscale, it's significantly easier to get zone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, that's a tried and true strategy as historic Splatoon players, and I think, you know, today we can see some more of that. Anyway, this is kind of looking. Wait, they got Soy, but they got collateral. Bro, we're just boom, boom, boom.
No, One Shot actually had a super incredible shot earlier that we kind of skipped over there, and that shot as well was a huge shot there to at least slow it down here. I know Power's going to close that out, and that's going to get ugly in a hurry for the lead, but
Power setting up for cringe position here. Not going to let them play the game, but either do be outranging them. We just need One Shot to make One Shot to finish him.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here.
Specials, alright, here we go. 4 specials. We're going crazy. Everyone's going. Missiles inbound. Chaos. How did no one die? Dude, they're all too good.
I mean,
All
this
right,
is...
Okay, finally some people died. Took them long enough. However, it wasn't... Okay, a 2-2 on both sides. Alright.
K-Shot has a chance here.
Oh, Artoria, come on. You got this. I believe in you. You can do it. They just... Oh, I think they needed the cap zone there. Okay, they got it.
There we go.
I was a little worried because they W-keyed there when they really needed to get that zone. Like, you gotta get that cap for the penalty before you go forwarding, you know?
Yeah, well, it's one of those...
Again, it's the paralysis moments we had earlier, right? Where
well, it's even beyond
options.
just the paralysis moments. I think there are moments where you go for that play and you just don't think that your opponent has the turfing power on the map
That's
to
also
like
true.
take the zone back, and then somebody respawns or somebody pops out of the ink.
I think, personally, in any given scenario, you almost always should prioritize painting the zone. If provided you don't have it, right? If you already have the zone, maybe you can hold forward a little more since you think you have your teammate behind you. But, like, otherwise, you gotta get that zone. It's just too risky otherwise. So, the power getting pushed away. Missile moment. Wait, power? You're cheating.
Always knew it.
Dude, look, you should have seen his switch. That thing was kinda... Man's had that aimbot, like, kinda crazy. You wonder how he does it. Although, you gotta wonder how it's failing him right here. Kinda getting pushed into a corner. Zero just respawning. They got way more specials. I don't think his armor's gonna be enough.
No, they did a really good job
hold
using
on.
the suction bombs to separate him.
Power holding forward right there, though. Man's kinda crazy with it. Wait, Inkstorm? Inkstorm moment? Oh, power! That's cheating! Dude. Man's just went mental right there.
Man, remarkably well handled there too. That was like almost perfectly played by Mictlan Heroes to just use their subs to separate and push power all the way back. But then once time came to engage and the suction bombs weren't there, power moved up almost immediately.
Yeah,
it's like here's my totally like sweeping thing as this game starts to, or this penalty starts to wind down here.
Wait,
W King is okay if you're W King to get back into the position you were supposed to be in.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, hold on. Wait. Everyone's W King. They got players everywhere.
Yeah, this is.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
Atoria, bless. Atoria with the cleanup barely saved their teammate there, right?
Yeah, that could
They
have.
didn't get that. That was a wipe. That was a wipe.
And if
Atoria
that was a
clutching
full
it.
wipe, they were going to have all 4 specials up. They would have had full set play
no,
there.
no.
It's, yep.
Pop the missile too early. Oh no. They have control, but this is not looking good. Only a 29 penalty though. This is gonna be rough though. They only had Booyah, and they have Booyah armor. Oh, they don't have armor. This might. So they just popped Booyah and armor at the same time, but they didn't get it off. Their zap died just in time.
Yep.
Oh no. They have to like. See, the problem is you want a W key, but you just can't do that, or else they're gonna wait. Unless.
What a
It's-
timely armor.
Whoa.
God.
I
Terra,
hate it here.
Terra, your armor. What in the world? You can't time the armor any better than that one was.
You're literally cheating out here. They just like, they were playing and they just sensed into the code, they were like, power's taking damage. It is time! And like that, they've yet again cheated their way to the grand finals. I can't believe this.
A great set, great job to Mictlan Heroes, forcing Kyo to have to play K-Shot. I know he wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, actually, that's true. You got Kyo to play Shooter on this stage? The Homa Blaster?
Yeah, it was, and I think it played well. I really do think that
Yeah. Honestly,
once Terra changed back to the end zap, there was always going to be a sense of, okay, now they have a little more mobility and they have armor to go along with it. I really do feel like they kept pace with them. And, with the momentum they had built before the DC, who knows what happens there, but absolutely nothing to be sad about there. A great showing against a top tier team.
you really got to remember, I don't think Dream shows up too often to anything. So the fact that it took him to Game 5, made Terra play, sweaty garbage, dude, you went mental. Y'all did good. That was pretty saucy. Now, let's see who's up next. I do believe gas prices and Kirby's Rudy Flurry. Looks like the gas prices, they went to the moon here. The Fruity Flurries could not keep up in price for that one.
Yeah, this is a strong team that has been in these SOS events kind of I don't know, kind of making it a playground, frankly. So this should be good. I'll be interested in seeing what comp Dream brings out early on, if they do play meta a little early on, or if Terra opts to go back to the tent for any of these sets.
Now, personally, I'm really hoping Terra busts out the good old Camo tent. Just once. I really want to see a hammer. I'm a big hammer fan. So, but my guess is he's going to play something lame and boring, like normal tent. And if they lose, they're going to swap to that. Or, actually, can we get math modes coming up? That's a little important here. Alright, ooh, Tower Starfish, I think that's a Zap moment. I can't see Tent on that stage, or mode. Oh, yo, 9, you know what we might be seeing? I think we might be seeing a, AMAC? Kind of a nice, stage for that.
I mean, if you were going to see it anywhere, it wouldn't...
It would be here.
It would be. It would be.
I hope so. I'm a big fan of that. That's a classic. But, let's see. Otherwise, I feel like we're going to see pretty standard stuff. I can't imagine anything too crazy aside that. I hope we see K-Mac in Hammer Tent would be funny, but a little unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, I think that K-Mac is just one of those weapons, and I'd say this as a K-Machine connoisseur. Like, I think it's a fine weapon that just can't get around the game's current state. I mean, there was a time where you would run 2K Machine.
Oh, I know. Trust me, with Dre's and Astral both on that garbage, disgusting.
Yeah, I still think it's one of the better main weapons in the game, but can't keep up in this current stage.
Armor just kind of dumpsters that poor weapon. It's got a garbage special, and just can't paint enough, you know? But it's so cool. It's so cool. And when you land that perfect direct, beautiful. Real talk, I think the direct sound noises are some of the best sound effects of all time, but the best one goes to H3, of course. Absolute masterpiece, because hitting 3 burst, you're just godlike at the game. It's the best weapon in the game. Surely for that one reason.
It is. I do agree it's a cool sound. And I also agree that Splatoon's sound effects, direct sound effects, so satisfying as a Rapid Blaster main.
Oh.
It's the feeling of knowing that you could set the controller down and still win the fight at that point when you get the first direct. You can hit a spark, you can hit an indirect, you can have the opponent stay in an enemy ink for a couple seconds.
Yeah, literally anything goes. It's all up to you. You can choose how to style them. You know what they should have done, Nine? They should have given Rapid Curling Bomb so I can walk up and just, run them over. That would be comedy. Can you imagine the Twitter clips? Direct into Curling Bomb combo? Would have been a masterpiece.
It would have. Also, everybody, we have predictions.
Spot bets.
Splat
Wait,
bets.
Dang, no one has faith in Dream? What?
Away.
Dude, hold up. I thought we'd be going all in on Dream. I'm gonna be real.
No. All of you who are betting on gas prices are betting correctly here. So,
man, no faith in them. Listen, I might hate power as much as anyone else, but at least you gotta have a little faith in them. Come on, 22%, fellas. Come on. I gotta give
some gas prices fans in the chat here. I think this is uncharted waters here for Dream.
Why are you cheering for increasing gas prices? They do not need more, okay? Why are you doing this? Bruh. I don't want more. Who went in? Hold on. Vapor? That is 90,000 points you're about to lose. Are you okay with that? But we gotta call out some bad plays. Now, Lily, on the other hand, correct decision here. 16k, the right direction. But Vapor, partner, 90k. Go a little mental over here.
Fortune favors the bold as we move into tower control on
Fortune favors the only 1.45 returns, so I don't know about that one, Chief.
So Terra's going to be switching over to the 96, so this is still a try hard, I would say, in the sense that it's an armor weapon here where you just prefer the range on this map. You like the way that its sightlines play, and You know, I agree. I like the way that the 96 plays here, the spot that Terra is at. Zero already back in the respawn circle.
Yeah, literally everyone's dying instantaneously. Who could have seen it coming? GG Rays left and right. But looks like we're basically neutral. I don't consider anything past the second checkpoint to be really playing the game, because tower control moment, right?
Yeah, see, this is going to be really difficult. Terra's already down here, and this is such an in-your-face aggro comp here with the double end zap, and of course the Nautilus, that like, Tara's not going to be able to sit back and farm Ray. They're not going to be able to farm specials here. They're going to give up too much if they do that.
I'm happy to see the Knot here. Knot kind of goes hard. But as I said, if you don't get past that second checkpoint, like, the game hasn't really begun yet, honestly. It's so easy to get there, but it's so hard to get past there. And they didn't even make it there.
Yeah, it's a fair point, but I mean, they absolutely ran over Dream there at the start here, and now, like, again, the Nautilus going to be so difficult for them to deal with. Like, this is such a great comp for the Nautilus to run with, and now even, like, completely taking away the threat of what that Ray was going to be able to do. That's essentially a Ray that achieved nothing, so...
Yeah, I mean, it got to reposition to a kill, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you wanted to be anyway. You were out of position when you raid, and... Yep.
Oh, wait, who was that? Hold on. I need eyes on that. Who just died?
That had to be Zero. That absolutely had to be Zero.
Brother.
I would bet all the points I have that was Zero.
I think so. Yeah, it looks like Zero. Zero, excellent work out there. Thank you for the Twitter clips. We're a big fan. I swear, the amount of falls in the water from these fools, kind of crazy.
It is a lot.
Like they're giving 2 to us to run for his money, you know? Dude, Mahi comes back, the amount of water kills is going to be absurd, and I cannot wait.
Yep, this is a shredded Booyah Bomb. Yeah, the way that Gas Prices is playing right now, and part of it again is the comp, but their Swarm right now is so much more threatening.
Yeah,
I know there, Kyo finally decides to just hold forward and make the push there.
Oh, okay, here we go. Kyo, can you win the 1v1? What, Kyo, can we get a speed test up in here real quick?
He even had the fall off covered there to end the bomb too. Yeah, he's holding for he's angry.
Alright, he's awakened. he's reaching his final form. His final form, the grave.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what he was hoping to get up there.
I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I'm just watching a bunch of little gremlins run around the map and stuff dies, and that's really like Kyo jumping in like a maniac and instantly dying. Luke holding W key, and their wall was better than theirs. Yeah. This is just... Hold on. Terra? Bro. How?
I feel like there was...
What happened?
There was a lot there where I thought that they could have gotten past that checkpoint there. I didn't see, like, a lot of pressure coming against it here. I think Kyo opting to go back there instead of, like... I don't know, if you're going to jump up in that position, I feel like you know with how long it took you to take those 2 or 3 people down that someone's going to be respawning at that point.
That was a very weird play. This is also a really weird play. They're really struggling to climb this wall. Didn't get anyone or anything to the last one. They just went for points, even though they didn't get anything. Dude, as I said, this is just chaos right now. Everyone's running around like a maniac. There is coordination going on. It might not look like it, but there is some there. Even if it's them jumping in and dying once in a while.
Yep. This is going to be, I think, the important moment here. They could actually take out 2 or 3 members.
Armor! Booyah! It's all happening! Here we go, baby! Although, why do they pop it in mid?
I'm not sure. I think that... I think that, like, maybe the thought there is you use your specials early, and if you take 2 or 3 members of the opposing team out, then... that kind of secures you the bigger push, because they really only need to get to the next checkpoint.
I also noted they got all 4 specials. 2 of them died, and now 3 of them died.
Yeah.
What, bro?
Yeah. There's no legitimate follow up off of it. So, I mean, I get the sentiment, right? Like, if you're going to use missiles to displace somebody and then ray them down there, I think that that's a fine thought. But it's so difficult if you don't get any immediate follow-up, and I mean, at this point, they're just going to have to run it mid. This is a good ray that's going to at least get them to the tower. But
they gotta get
Terra, someone's got to get on it. Okay.
They got on it? Well, that wasn't enough. Yeah, that was a match. That was a match, all right. I feel like that perfectly summed up how this map mode combo usually goes. You either insta KO and curb stomp them, or you're all running around with your like chickens and you're just shooting wildly, and someone dies, and yeah. And unfortunately, the gas price is going up here. Things we hate to see. Going up one game, but Rainmaker Muscle Forge, home of the ultimate cheese. Nothing quite like running it back from 1 to dunk it.
Yeah, this is nice long sight lines. I don't know, any map where the points start to fly off the board is so difficult.
I think we see the tent come back here, right? Surely. Surely we get a tent. They wouldn't. Vapor, I hate to break it to you, partner, but we're about to watch that 90k start plummeting down. Yeah, no, I think Terra, Terra locked in pretty quick, but I feel like they're going to go 10 here. It just feels like the smart play on Rainmaker. I'm hoping Kyo goes L3 because we've been seeing that on Rainmaker, and that weapon goes hard on this mode. So. But, I don't know what else we're going to be seeing. Power on Bamboo, question mark? That'd be pretty raw. No, Power's going to go,
No, you have to go Stingray on this.
Yeah, Stingray.
Yeah,
Listen.
this map in particular, Ray, absurdly powerful. We've seen Ice almost single-handedly win games with Ray on this map.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm going to ask him to not play that next time. You know, I'll just tell him right now. Let's all go tell Ice on Twitter, please don't play Ray anymore, okay? Hopefully all the other Chargers and folks take note from that. But let's see what we're saucing with. Double zap? Alright, well, you know what? Sometimes you can't win, right?
Yeah, no, this is, I think it's probably going to be serious comps from here on out.
Unfortunate. Although, hold on, 9. That's not a Ray.
No, it's not. That is kind of interesting.
I guess, you know, I mean, here's the thing, though. I actually agree with that. I feel like Ray's not as insane here because the lines to set up on aren't lateral with the spawn. They're always off-center, which makes it a little awkward.
You know, I know it's going to get lost in the sauce of the rest of this game, but I think that Zero taking out the Nautilus there might have actually saved the game for them. Zero rotating over to try to take that fight happened way, way too late. Because Kyo was already down and Terra was already down, so essentially you were rotating into a 1v2, and had Zero lost that, this might be over. It might be a substantial push, if nothing else.
Yeah, alright, looks like... See, the classic here is the bait of, am I going left or am I going right? About to find out. Looks like a right push here. Yeah, definitely a right push. Kyo's getting set up. Oh, I thought they would be a high. Oh, no.
Yeah,
yeah. Power moment. The last thing you want to see is getting bodied close range by the backline.
Yep. They got to move forward here right now. Yeah, Terra can't wait here. I think that at this point you just kind of see the push and take the points that you can.
Wait. Yeah, Terra, okay. Terra, listen. You got to W key sometimes. You got to take notes from your partners here. Yeah, that one was a, well, I'm going to say a questionable play. I feel like at that point when you see your 3 down, you just book it as fast as you can. You get as many points as possible. And, you know, work from there, right?
Yep.
Because, you know, I guess that was good enough, right? They got more points somehow?
They did. Yeah, another just kind of like, just kind of an oddly, I won't even say that it's disconnected as much as just, again, this whole game has been someone attacks from flank, someone attacks from left. Zero just got a double there simply because he came out of spawn at the right time. Now in another fight here, Zero actually going to touch the Rainmaker right there, and that would have been hilarious. But I guess wanted to get the pick and then grab the Rainmaker and just steal the win.
We do a little greeting these over here, just a touch, you know.
I mean, hey, if it works. Well, especially when you know you're up against a double armor comp on the other team from 2 end zaps. Like, if there's a gap, like you know it's going to close really, really quickly.
Yeah, I feel like you just, you know, throw the wall down. Oh wait, no, wait. What's Zero playing? I already forgot.
K-shot.
Gross. Okay.
Yep.
Well, in that case, Zero throws the bomb and then books is what I would do because now you're losing.
Yep, and this is going to be rough.
Baller play though. That was a great baller play. Hit him with the full-on Uber Eats mobile right there. Said, "Hey, bro, we got to get that delivery real quick."
Dude, I don't think anyone's back. Okay, there was somebody who finally was able to rotate back. Yeah, Luke is in a great position here, doing K-Gal things, but yep, that's another.
Oh, wait. Oh, no way. I thought they were going to live that, and I was going to be like, bruh.
Well, they did technically. It was Power who ended up
That's
getting
true.
it.
Power didn't clean it up.
Like,
that
the
was
very
insane.
edge of the Booyah Bomb.
Just wasn't enough. But, maybe Zero should have picked up that Rainmaker, huh?
Well, you know, I don't know. Like, I think all that would have really done, they probably would have gotten taken out there pretty quick, but I don't know. It's tricky. The issue is that was your chance to get a push when the opponent wasn't set.
Yeah. And, well, I think the bigger thing would be delaying there, right? Because that Rainmaker wasn't picked up at that moment, they were able to get to the other side faster before everyone was really positioned for Dream. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, as we saw, they got the Uber going and rolled on out of there.
Yeah, careful, Tara. I was going to say, that bomb's right behind you, so... Okay.
You know, these points might be these points might be going down, but so is this timer, and I love nothing more than a full team wipe on my own team. And Tara needs to book it. Tara, please, run. I'm begging you, Tara, please! Oh, no!
Well, that's a really unfortunate spot for the Rainmaker to get left, too.
Oh, he just died in front of our eyes.
Well, and again, like, it being there,
It's
also...
awful.
Yeah, that's an awful spot for it to get, because as soon as you get it, you have to make the hop. You can't get any momentum going.
Also, because you can stand right at that corner and you won't die, because the origin point of this blast is right next to the wall. So you can basically stand point blank and just, you know, oh, they popped the Rainmaker, time to throw bombs.
Yeah, well, in any case, the moment's gone here because they have opted to pop it here. They immediately back up. They immediately paint around everything and say, come and get it here. We have enough turf coverage. We're about to have a Booyah Bomb. And if you overextend even slightly, we have our baller that's rushing in.
Here they come!
This is a very active way to go about this here. Just immediately trying to push Forge up. They separated.
Can they get it? They cleaned it up. Okay. I think they survived. Oh, I swear if Tara died right there, I was going to have some choice words and DMs with them.
There's just one. There's just one left, and they're coming back from spawn.
Yeah,
the Booyah Bomb. This is a good spot here. Where are they going to jump from? Zero's going to move up. They have to move up ahead.
We need a wall down. We need a wall down. Throw the wall. Zero did not. Wait. No, Kyo has the wall. Wait, is this it? And they got it.
Wow.
That was,
dude.
Okay, the survivability.
So Forge bet it all on jumping off the side and trying to get the shots on the Rainmaker as they were falling. And
I
that
respect the
happened.
hustle, bro.
No, I think it was smart, but I also think it might have been the objective best play they had there, because there were too many members that were moving up, and one of them was Power, so you're not going to be able to move forward. You can't outrange. I think, that's your best option. And
what else are we going to do? And then, unfortunately, they didn't close it out.
Man, what a... Well, you called it. The map of maps. I've seen you do that a couple times on that map, so... That's
the March special. I love doing that. And looks like they took some notes. That was... Ooh. Nothing makes me happier than the last second Rainmaker comebacks in the final moments with the clutch plays to barely squeak it out. Puts a smile on my face, and that's why I love Rainmaker, and I hate Splatoon 3 because there's checkpoints. You know what is also going to put a big smile on my face?
What?
Vapor losing 90,000 points. I'm a big fan of that.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it will. Don't worry. I'm messaging Power right now, telling them that I want to see 90k points lost, and I have a good word that it's going to happen.
Well, getting into Clan Blitz on the Reef here. Again, the general comp that we've been seeing come out of gas prices is going to translate to pretty much everything, so I wouldn't be surprised if they stick with this the entire time. I
can't see much swapping up here. They have a baller, which is nice, at least, for that ultra last second clutch moment.
Yep. Getting Kyo.
The splash!
Which... Yeah, Neo, okay.
Splash goes so hard.
I'm a huge fan of Vanilla Splash. Vanilla Splash is like my chef's kiss weapon here. If y'all haven't seen what that weapon looks like at the top level, go watch Biscuit play it. And it's an incredible weapon to see played at a high level.
But Kyo got to show us his little Neo splash real quick. Those burst bombs kind of go crazy though.
Yeah, missed a direct there that might have been able to secure a pick, and now actually this is a really rough spot. 2 people are down. Yeah, Kyo's doing the I have to shark because my friends are dead.
And it looks like it paid off.
Yeah. I mean, Zero diving face first at the other 2, maybe not a great call, but...
Wait, why didn't Forge baller here? Are they gonna... That was a question... Forge? Hey, bro. The basket's right there, you know. You have to put the clams in the basket. Your baller doesn't count, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I can understand the reason for the baller there, because if the opponent gets engaged with you, you have your K-Gal that's right there, and that would have made things a lot easier for Luke. And I'm actually really impressed that Terra was able to win that 1v1 against Luke there. That's not usually something the NZAP wins.
Yeah, that was something alright. Oh, yo, armor coming out. We're all sauced up. Team going down.
That's a
move.
lot of clams. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Can I get a goal? Hey, bro, and then their position real good. If Zero lives this, Zero holds the position over here, that could be... Okay, well, okay. You know, Zero had the spirit. Threw the clams in, understood the long-term goals, at least, you know?
Yep. Kyo tried to rotate up to score a couple more and, you know, did an okay job. But Gas Price has actually cleared that up a lot quicker than I thought they were going to. They were down like 2-3 at a certain point there, and I thought that they were going to have a really difficult time getting any defense going.
I mean, let's see. They might be able to pump out these clams real quick if they can get this position.
Yeah, rotating your K. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, rotating your K-Gal into a better position there, but I do feel like they kind of used their specials to take the position and didn't have the power claim to follow up. Fanta Fizz does do a great job, though, of at least scoring that one, but it does look like that's going to be it. And they need to be careful right now here, actually. If Kyo moves up here, gets this pick, and they take plat, they're going to be able to jump in with a power clam, and they've already got 5 or 6 claims of their own right now, so they could get a counter push immediately.
There's a key word there that you said, and I feel like we need to come back to that. If Kyo moves up.
Yeah.
I think the word there is when Kyo moves. Yeah. There's one thing we've seen, it's that massive W key coming out here.
Hey, you know, you always leave the audience guessing a little bit. Will they, won't they? Who knows? Not me.
I think so. I think we are getting...
Yeah, this is going to be a lead.
Yeah, there's the lead. Oh, they got plenty of clams to burn through. Booyah coming out.
Yep, for the sustained top of the screen. Yep.
Yeah, what if the clams spawn right now? Wouldn't that be funny?
See, so okay, here's like one little moment here. I need to make sure the game doesn't end before I get on this. So, your old buddy Taylor actually once reprimanded me in a scrim for giving away my position too much by throwing too many bombs here. So in that scenario there, the K-Shot actually threw a suction bomb, and because of that, power started pre-firing that way. So, you know, that's a situation where it might be interesting to kind of look back and say, you know, did Power already know? What could have happened if Power hadn't known there? Could that push have gone the distance? You only needed a couple more clams, but that's one of those things that it's so fundamental when you think about it, but yeah, sometimes you give away your position too early for, you know, kind of a bomb that you're not thinking about.
Yeah, you're just like, brain go, I'm going to throw the bomb, get some control, you know, just hold my position best I can. Really, sometimes all you gotta do is just be sneaky.
All right, all 4 of them moved up here. Kyo's got 1 clam, so they're going to be able to extend it a little bit, but Zero needs Zero needs to go back. Yeah, that was just a little bit too disconnected there. I think, again, like Zero opting to go up and try to fight Forge there while Power was holding the top and Kyo was moving back. He would have loved to have seen a little more crossfire at Forge there, but I think that, you know, to the credit, Forge did move up at the right time, right? Like, if you see that one of your opponents has dropped back to go grab clams and the other one isn't, that's the exact time that you dive. It's certainly not just like a misplay. It's perfect timing as well, but let's see here. Zero has a chance to really open this up. And I don't think any of those shots hit here.
Yeah.
Very nice, though, on the peak.
Clean it up. Okay, this is big. They got a power. They got 2 powers. Well, actually, they have 3 powers because it's right there. But, I think they just need, if they can get both, they got 30 seconds left, right? They got 1 in the corner. Zero, come on. Oh, that was the game. That was the game right there. It's all over. Literally, game, set, match. And here we go. Pack it up, fellas. That play right there ended the game.
Yep.
Like, nothing else to say.
It's just mind-blowing to me because got that exact same pick like 20 seconds before that. Like the exact same pick.
Yep. Just clean.
Yeah, well, and it's so tricky to like get that shot too. I think it's so easy when you're making that jump to fire just a little bit too far to the right and not get the right spread there.
Hey, that's RNG.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the K shot. That wasn't even, if Kyo makes that play with the splash, like it's a sick play, but like the splash does what it's supposed to there.
But when Zero does it with a little bit of spread, and you're clutching, like, is he gonna hit? Is he gonna hit? Because we saw earlier he did the same thing. Every single bullet missed somehow. Or this time, every single bullet hit. He was just saving that RNG for a little later,
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was literally just all down to that play.
Since we have a minute, I do want to let everybody know, I don't think there's a graphic accompanying this one because I'm going off script, but interested in helping out with Sink or Swim, iplabs.inc/help us! No experience needed. Looking for tournament organizers, streamers, and seeders. Looking for staff. Everybody, you can contribute to this wonderful tournament series and this community simply by applying there. You'd be amazed at what an extra set of hands can do. If you think that it's too intimidating or that you can't bring anything to the table, you are wrong. We will find a way. We will find a way, but we have seen over the years that there have been a lot of really great people who start off just trying to help, who are now pillars of the community. So
please help them. JPEG hasn't left the basement for so long. He's not even supposed to be doing this. You have to save him.
We are being told by the voice on high that we are actually not supposed to be saving JPEG. So,
well, if you'd like to donate to help JPEG get some food, I don't know where you can do that, but I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Splatzone's Anchovy Games. Famous. Lots of great ones. One played in the most recent Dinkopolis Showdown here. An incredibly great game was played here, clutched out by the legendary Bursty, but Bursty not on the map right now, so we'll see if it's another one of the 3 end zaps on the map who are able to
I want to note something here. Everyone is running Object Shredder. Just only Object Shredder. Is that how much we hate walls nowadays? Because I respect it.
Well, given that only one of the teams is running a 52 gal right now.
I mean, Abra.
It's true. You don't know that when you don't know that when you gear up, so it's fair. It's true.
I gotta apologize to K-Bot. I feel like I'm gonna get scolded very shortly.
Oh, you will.
I know. Listen.
If K-Bot doesn't get to you, then I will. So.
Thank you. Anyway, good control here. Looking good for those points. Listen.
Yeah, they took the left fan really, really quickly there, and they got great crossfire that allowed Zero to move up and get a couple of those easy picks.
They have them locked in this point. All right, Forge. This was not the play.
Well, no. I think it was timed perfectly with Fanta moving up here. I think Fanta just dropped back too quickly. Yeah, look at that. Oh,
they had a down. One person was down before they jumped down. Yeah. Before they jumped off with Baller, someone was down, and that cost them the game right there.
Yeah.
And the set even, because we're seeing all the specials come out, and I don't think there's anything left here.
Well, they're moving forward. Oh,
and
Power. What a buzzkill.
I know, dude. Power out here giving us the lamest garbage ever. However, I am a huge fan because I get to watch Vapor's points melt away. And like that, the dream comes true. And, a nice 3-1, respectably.
Well, isn't this the best of 7, Marsh?
Wait, is it?
There were 7 maps.
I'm gonna be real. Oh.
There were 7 maps on the...
Hey, listen, I'm so used to best of 5s. I'm gonna blame Logo for this one.
How in this scenario of all scenarios do you blame somebody else?
Listen, best of 5 is all I know, okay? Everything else isn't real, and I forgot we do best of 7 here in Splatoon. The worst part is, I should know that, because I've been playing that for years. So, Yo, Play All 4? That's a classic right there. I'm a big fan of Play All 4. Well, you know what? Honestly, I'm okay with this because Power's just what he didn't really like that map mode combo. Wanted to clean it up real quick. I understand. Wants to do something a little funnier. Man to the tower. Nothing quite like falling on the tower in that last section with some dumb special.
I had a thought about that last game, and I've completely lost it.
What happened, Nine? What went wrong, buddy? I don't know it was just a quick game. I understand, Anyway, fellas, on to the next game. We're getting started here once Fanta hits the A button. And, hopefully it'll be a little more interesting, and it might even be the final game. We don't know. The crazy, play all 5 that we're about to see, right? Yeah.
I want you all to know that this is like jumping rope with training weights around your ankles.
What's that supposed to be? What kind of analogy is that?
You can decipher it.
What does this even mean?
Grand Finals, Game 5, everybody. Dream looking to close it out now. Gas prices looking to strike back the other way. And Forge, look at this, a Vanilla 52, Galmarsh.
Wait, what? Are they okay?
I mean, listen, we know the main weapon's good.
Oh, what year is this guy?
I mean, this could I don't hate this idea. If you feel like Zero and company have been attacking from odd angles, and that's been what's kind of opened the game up for you, I do think that it's nice to at least slow that down. And, a lot of these really good shooter players here, especially the old school shooter players, they do thrive in the chaos of fights, and even a little bit more visibility can help.
You say this, but knowing their location when they're W keying your face isn't gonna save you, okay? I'm a real chief. Just, it ain't enough.
It's a comfort thing.
Sure, you can feel a little better when you get whopped anyway. I mean, okay. I'm glad Kyo died there. I was gonna say, if they got away with that, it'd be kind of wild. But as I said, they may have eyes on them, but they're on the tower. I don't need a point sensor to tell me that one. Mm-hmm. Show any dream stands in the chat, fellas. They're just kind of killing each other. There's not really much going on here except I get to watch Power die, I get to watch Terra die, I get to watch Forge die. It's just a sequence. It's the circle of life, really. 2 more down. We're all going places.
Bloody battle. Yeah, it's interesting to note here that Forge is the one who'd been playing Nautilus here, and they've now rotated that over. So, this has to be a pick that you bring out if you really feel like you need the point sensors, right? I mean, that's I have to think that's the only reason you make this.
Yeah, I guess maybe also they feel like Baller is a decent enough special to justify it here. They do it. Oh, hold on. Huge wipe. Hold on. Can we get some camera over there? There we go. Forge going in hard. This is a great position to set up. Has the high ground. And, they have left side. That's a really strong position.
Yep, especially if that's where Power's at, because you would really want Power to be here on the middle instead. Yep, okay, they do rotate back here, but look at this. They have the specials in time.
Oh my goodness. Literally just... boom. Obliterated. Terra? Okay, alright, I was like, Terra, please, you're supposed to die now. I need my content.
I was gonna say, that's actually a pretty important pick, though. Yeah, I mean, if Terra hadn't gotten that there might have actually gone the distance. Instead, we do get a little bit more game. But yeah, you brought up there going after the left side, and I think that's something that... I mean, if you have an inkjet over there, you do it anyway, but I feel like that's something that kind of gets lost in the scrum sometime on this map, is like, if you take left, you really get avenues to wherever you want to attack the opponent from, and it forces them so far back.
I feel like it's a classic risk-reward, right? Taking right's easier, but you're more likely to lose it, probably. Taking left's harder, but if you get left locked down, good luck.
Yeah, well, it's especially difficult because you have to take right eventually. So it's like, do you take right by taking right, or do you take right by virtue of taking everything else and process of elimination getting over to right?
Yeah, because, I mean, you needed to get through this alleyway right here, especially for second checkpoint. That's really what it is. You're basically following the tower, you're just taking a Y route,
Yep. 2 down.
Yeah, they have Baller. Oh, no!
Oh, dear.
They went down. Wait, what happened there? That was weird. Oh, they ballered, and I think they died in their baller? Because they dropped to 80. Or 40? Yep. Yeah. So it's bomb rush.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a brutal.
went down.
Yo, Luke
On
got
board.
the pick there.
Board.
Yo, Power's in a good position to stop
What?
this, but they still have the numbers advantage here. It's just going to be the Nautilus. Power can outrange it.
Oh no! No, they need to get a tower. Okay, Fanta cleaning up. Okay, there was a little bit of a throw right there. I think it was the knot, right? They didn't jump on tower immediately and tried to shoot around the tower. You can't do that because if you're not, I mean, that's a tough one, right? If they got on the tower there, they would have been able to secure that the tower's going to stop briefly, right? I understand why they probably hesitated because I think that was the knot and they might not have been charged up. That was just really a tough play. Okay, that bomb right there, kind of insane.
Yeah, that was the cover all options bomb.
Literally said, Abra, I'm so... Oh no! Anyway, basically lockdown position said, you're stuck in here with me and I have the chip damage.
Yep, the chip damage here. This is going to be a very, very painful route to take here. All the bombs are going to go in. Zero's just going to get a couple more. Zero's been absolutely going crazy for the last half of this game.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Dream after kind of getting walked over in game 1 and even for the majority of game 2 having a very difficult time getting anything started. They clutched the Rainmaker game and got the sense that as soon as that game went the other way, they just hit another gear. They warmed up to it. And, well, Vapor, my deepest condolences. I hope you don't have any kids to put through college.
Oh. Well, that was, first half, pretty good. Splatoon wasn't real. So as far as I'm concerned, this was a best of 5. That was, that was a pretty decent grand finals. I'm pretty happy with that one. I'm a big fan of seeing some old folks come back out of retirement. Nice to see y'all again. And thank you for the points. Yo, shoutouts to Miles. Tier 1 gift up to our tonight's biggest loser, Vapor. Man.
Oh my goodness. Well, you can see it on the screen, everybody. Congrats to Dream on winning SOS 78. This was a fun show tonight. I hope you all enjoyed a little bit of the chaos commentary that Marsh and I have brought to you. How much of this was me playing the straight man, and how much of it was me being legitimately annoyed with Marsh? Well, maybe one day you'll look behind the curtain and see for sure how much of this is manufactured and how much of it is legitimate.
We were faking it? I didn't know about that part. Anyway, you all have a good night. I think
but Marsh, before that, we have to shill.
Oh, true. That's the special. Fellas, go save JPEG. Go help out IPL, please. There we go. Look at that. Please go help out. This isn't a choice anymore. You have to help out, by the way. You're going to go click that link, and you're going to sign up, and they will put you to work. They will find a way. Please. You don't as someone who is sacrificed every week to their Smash local, we need more people. Please, do your part. Only you can save the Splatoon scene. And probably JPEG.
If you're not interested in saving JPEG and simply interested in a specific tournament series that is catered towards players of a certain skill level, Low Inc. August 2022. The final Splatoon 2 event this month. A monthly 2-day Splatoon event for newer and lower level players, August 20th and 21st, 1 p.m. Eastern. More details and register at lowinc.iplabs.performancelabs.inc.
We could also maybe witness 9 attempting to read some more shill cards. We got any more? This is kind of content.
Yeah, I'll read whatever you put in front of me here. Let's see. What else do we got?
Yo!
Are you ready to shine? Register now at https://www.start.gt/sign 2022, August 26th to 28th, 2022 at the DCU Center in... Oh my god, I even learned how to say this.
Come on, 9, you can do it. I believe in you.
Wait, no, I need to go back. Mark, filibuster for me. Talk about how much fun we're going to have at Shine and why people should show up to it.
It's going to be... Fellas, I got a big plan going. We're going to go pet some goats. I'm so excited to pet goats. You don't understand. I've been talking about this for weeks. Everyone in my general vicinity knows how badly we're all going to go pet goats. All of the Splatoon scene is going to unite to go pet goats. It's going to be beautiful. I can't
you
wait.
can do all of this in Worcestershire, Massachusetts.
It's going to be a wonderful time out there. We're going to see some hot Splatoon 2 gameplay. One of the last tournaments before Splatoon 3. And hope to see you there.
Do indeed, and I'm looking through the feed here.
Oh.
Riptide. What? Oh, I mean, how can I not mention Riptide here? I will be at both Shine and Riptide. So excited. September 9th, which is an important day for some reason.
Yeah, Steve and Alex Amigos come out! I'm so excited.
Yep. Very good. Very good.
I know.
September 9th through 11th, 2022 in Sandusky, Ohio. Start.gg/Riptide. I believe that the discount on the hotel rooms is, if it's not gone today, it's going to be gone very shortly. So the 12th is what we're being told. So
1 day remains.
Yeah, basically 1 day remaining because this day is pretty well over for most of the viewing audience here. So if you are interested in Riptide, of course, you can register. Double check here. There's going to be so much pandemonium here with Splatoon 3's launch being there. There's going to be opportunities for content. I know I'm going to be asking everyone for their, not day one impressions, but their minute one impressions.
Oh,
it's going to be a great time.
If you're not walking up to people who are just trying to load the game on the internet there, I will be thoroughly disappointed in you.
Oh, I will.
It'll be like, I need people walking around with the mic and camera, going up to people who are desperately trying to download it, being, how's your experience so far?
How do you like Splatoon, everybody? How do you like Splatoon? Well, Marsh, do we have anything else to sign off? I know we have a raid target selected.
We do, a classic, a good old friend helping us get to Busch Gardens. I ain't got anything else except I'll see y'all at Shine. You may catch me and Mr. Grains going mental once again.
Looking forward to it with bated breath. We will be rating twitch.tv/RafaKT.
Big fan.
Until next time, everybody, thank you for joining us and stay fresh.
Have a great evening. Good night.